What's happening, guys? It's
Ow!
Pass the
I
Gravy.
dropped my phone on my foot.
Whoa, wow. Chaos at the beginning of Pass the Gravy this week.
We're
That's
off the
your
rails
headline.
already.
Who knows? Who knows where it's going to go? Yeah, it's episode 447, Alex, Pat, and Robert. And this is a very special episode of Pass the Gravy because Pat is about to do we just start off with you finishing up the waffle bet?
Yeah, that's why I dropped my phone on my foot, because I was pulling up Twitter so that I could document it, because I have to document all these. And if people don't actually watch the video version, they won't believe I did it. So here we go. We're gonna waffle 24. We're live. Say hi to Alex, Robert. Fuck you guys. 24. That's a good video.
That's a great video.
So
So
quick
you guys
recap.
can hear me chewing.
For those of you that may be tuning in, maybe it's the first time in a couple of weeks, maybe you have no idea, maybe you're a first timer. What the fuck is Pat talking about? 24 waffle. What's going on? We had done picks all year long for football against the spread, and it comes down to, I guess this is our PTG pick.
It's so dry.
We finished the year. Pat went 3-0 in his Super Bowl picks. I went 2-1. Our final tally on the year was me 37-29. Pat 36-29-1. Pat lost on a fucking push this year. The loser had to eat 24 waffles before they were allowed to eat anything else, no matter how long it took them. Pat is on day 3 of this. You're not allowed to eat anything else at all, or you would have had to restart. If you didn't document each one you ate, it didn't count. Pat, how many? You just finished your 24th, so let's clap it up. Clap it up for Pat. Clap it up, Robert. Yeah, thank you. You did 24 there. How bad was it? What was it like? You forgot.
Actually, wasn't
how many
bad at all.
How many did you forget?
I forgot one. I was at work. I tweeted about it. I ate the whole waffle because I was hungry. It was actually the only waffle I ate that had anything in it. It was jalapeno and bacon. It was actually pretty good.
That was allowed in the rules.
But yeah, I finished eating it. I brought it to the back. Like, this was in the middle of the shift too. I was like, I'm hungry. Make me a damn waffle. And I ate it really quick. And then I was like, shit. Immediately, I was like, I didn't document that one. Damn it. So I did 25, which is actually less than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would do more. It wasn't that hard. I like waffles as much as the next guy. So 3 days of waffles, not too bad. I think I actually probably had less calories. Well, at least 8 less calories in those days than I normally do, just because each of the Eggo ones are like 100 or whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
I was drinking quite a bit of calories each night, though, the last 3 nights. Not planned. It just kind of happened. So, like, still pretty not bad. Not bad for the caloric intake over the last 3 days.
Would you say the waffle diet is like healthy? I mean, do you think you've lost weight, or would you think you've gained weight? We definitely should have thought more into this and like done before and after tests.
Oh, I bet I've lost weight. Because you can only, especially for the average person, I think the waffle diet would be good, because say the average person is doing 2,000 calories a day. That's what they say. I don't know what each of you do.
I don't count my calories.
You're going to fill up on waffles. And if each waffle is only 100 calories, you're going to be in a nice deficit there.
Yeah, no, I mean, that is a good point, especially because like it wasn't like you only could do that, having to only consume waffles.
Now, once you start adding syrup and other stuff, that's when the calories will go up, but I didn't do that.
So like we just call we were raw dogging waffles is what you were doing. And I would say, like, do we say that the waffle diet is the new hot diet fad? Because I would love to be ahead of that. Let's try. Like, are you feeling better than ever, Pat?
I wouldn't say that. Because
no, we're fucking selling the waffle diet.
Well, I mean, does anybody feel as good as they did at like 16? Nobody feels better than they did at 16.
But if you eat the waffle diet and then you start feeling better than you've ever felt before, then people are going to be like,
I feel better than I felt in recent years. I feel good. I'm very regular. My poops are regular. It's nice. I've got plenty of fiber in my system.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great time. The waffle
You're
diet
not
is
going to be the spokesperson for this.
It's officially endorsed by the Waffler, which is what that was my name, and I'm also adding that to my Twitter profile, because why wouldn't I? How many people can call themselves the Waffler?
Read us
Me
your
and one
Twitter
guy.
profile. Pat has all of his nicknames in the Twitter profile. That's like all of his profile at this point.
Oh, I don't have room to also add the Waffler. Okay,
But
so it's
they're all nicknames he's given them himself.
So it's his co-host, Passing Every God, Packers owner / shareholder, Texas State alum, professional podcast scout, the official Pope of Houston. I'm the king of happy hour. So yeah, it's just the last half of it is just. I don't even remember. Like I remember calling myself the king of happy hour. No idea what the fuck the context was.
Yeah, I don't.
Now here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about being the Pope of Houston. Somebody, I'm not going to say her name or anything. She reached out to me because her husband listens to the podcast, and her friends want her to officiate her wedding. So she reached out to me on how to get this done. That was pretty cool.
Are you gonna do it?
No. She reached out to me on where she could go.
Okay. You should have just been like, I'll ordain you.
I can't do that. I do not have that.
The Pope does. So
no, the Pope does. The
real
Houston
Pope. If you were a real Pope.
No, there's less powers when you're a regional Pope.
Dude, there whatever power you make up, you're the Pope. Say God told you to do it. Like say God told you, and like they're gonna be
That's
what?
a good point.
You argue with the Pope on God? Like fuck off.
I had a divine vision from the Lord himself.
Yeah, you're good.
Like the people didn't appoint me the Pope of Houston. God appointed me the Pope of Houston. Like it's through his.
Like that's your boss.
He ordained it.
I don't think the Pope get fired. No.
Fired.
Popes either have to resign or die, don't they?
Yeah, and I think resignations only ever happened like 3 times.
Yeah, the last one did though, didn't he? Pope Benedict.
Yeah, the creepy German.
The German guy, yeah. But I think he's like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
Oh, who would have thought that the German Pope would be slightly problematic?
I didn't know if he was problematic, but like it's like, yeah, God's your boss, dude. Like that's gotta be pretty chill.
I mean, under his leadership, a lot of shit was covered up. Why won't this case of beers open? Okay, Jesus, sorry. I'm in a mood today. I haven't had a delicious Southern Star yet.
Let's get into the Precome.
Don't tell the Pope what to do.
Let's get into the Precome segment where we bring in our own thoughts, feelings, and questions. Who wants to start us off this week?
Sorry, so that you start us off. Sorry, I just poured beer all over myself. I'm having a rough start here. Okay.
Yeah, it's not great.
You start us off. Give me a second to collect myself.
Do you guys think that the superheroes? You guys are big superhero guys. Do you feel like the superheroes in all the Marvel movies like know about the comics? Like they're aware of the Marvel comics about them because like they're real in that universe, but like also those comics are probably real too. So they're just like kids read these awesome stories about me.
I believe Captain America knows because I think in canon they've had him looking at old Captain America ones, and I know X-Men know.
They do.
That's definitely canon. In the last one, Logan, when he's older, that they made X-Men comics about their exploits. So for sure that one, and I think Captain America had some comics about him too, but I'm not. I'd have to check my research on that one.
And Deadpool too.
Deadpool's kind of a parody on all superheroes, though, isn't it?
A little bit. I mean, he is completely self-aware of what he is. He knows he's a comic book character, so I would have to assume. Also, side note, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, she came by the restaurant yesterday. Her dad's friends with the owner. Super nice, by the way. The actress from Deadpool who played Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Oh, okay.
Brianna. She's very nice. Very cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's fun. How about that?
That was a random side note. No, I didn't bother her. I don't bother celebrities when they come in.
You didn't try and be like, you should check out our podcast?
No, I mean, I said
for
hi,
brand.
But no, I don't think our brand meshes with her brand. Though she was on Lucifer. She was on
Yeah.
Lucifer, so
Who I would argue we combat against every single.
I could have
week.
told her I'm the Pope of Houston. She's on Lucifer. Damn it, I missed it, guys. I'm
A
sorry.
little yang and a little yang. Who knows? But yeah, you really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
So we do think that superheroes are self-aware of the comic books. Okay, that makes sense. How many pizza rolls do you think you could make out of one large pizza? And not like super duper large, but like not like those like New York sized ones, but just like a regular large pizza you would order.
Probably about 30.
That's what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say around 25, 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same brain.
Great minds.
Same brain. So then
Great
it's not
minds.
like, because I was gonna say like there's got to be a proportion or proportionate like cost, like whatever a large pizza costs, and then whatever like a full large pizza's worth of pizza rolls cost. So it's like if you buy 30 pizza rolls at the same price as a large pizza.
But also pizza rolls. Well, it depends on where you're getting the pizza from, first of all.
That's true. And I mean, I know it varies, but like that's how they should price them. Like you should have to
pizza rolls are
require
just
that it's got at
convenient.
least a large, but you should have to have at least enough for a large pizza in one box of pizza rolls.
I would think that pizza rolls are cheaper than a large pizza. I feel like you can get like 60 pizza rolls in a bag for like fucking $5.
Probably. I mean, but like for like the discount, but it's like they should never be like more expensive than a large pizza. I mean, unless you're buying like the giant box that has like 40 billion in it.
Yeah, you go to
I don't
Walmart, you
think
get
it's available.
you can get 100 pizza rolls for $8.24.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, and that, I mean that's a hell of a price.
I just never
Not gonna
thought
beat
about that like proportionately like that. Like if you just cut up a large pizza, how many could you make? Because about 30 seems safe. We
Yeah,
gotta
I think
try
so.
that. Somebody do that for us this weekend. Just buy a large pizza, cut it up into a bunch of rolls. I don't know how
Make
you
some
do that.
rolls.
You just deep fry it.
Well, you know, you gotta use the
Bread
extra
it.
crust that you have there, and
Calzone that bad boy.
part of that you got to roll it, use some of that, and then you just pinch it together on the edges. That's a pizza roll.
Okay. Question answered. Question asked. Question answered.
There you go.
Bodyguards we've seen a lot of bodyguards with like the Super Bowl, and you saw like the people in the suites had all their guys around them, so nobody could fuck with them. Do you think that anybody has ever hired a bodyguard because that person just was intimidating them? Like if you're a bodyguard that's out of work, you need to just go up to people and it's like, hey, what the fuck, punk? Like if I was just a big jacked dude, if I came up to you, Pat, and I was just like, fuck you, punk, and I started like pushing you and just intimidating you, I'm like, you should get some, like it's kind of like the mob, but like, you know, it'd be a real shame if something happened to you. You need some protection. Real shame. And it's like it's not for a business, it's just for you personally. Like, but it's like you find like a celebrity. Like find some YouTuber and you're like, hey, bud, what's up?
Let me
What's up,
ask you a
bitch?
question. I know you said this stemmed from you seeing bodyguards at the Super Bowl. Did you happen to see the Gabagool episode of The Office recently? Like, was that on in the background?
Well,
Like, I
no,
think
but like that was
that's how your
also
brain put this together.
I had because I combined the two together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe it is. Maybe because I do think like everything is The Office in my mind. But like I'm not smart. I'm smart enough to know that I'm not smart. So that's good. That's a start. But yeah, it's not like you're threatening anybody's business, but it's like you're just threatening a person because he was kind of threatening a warehouse. He's like, oh, it'd be a real shame if there was a fire in the warehouse. But like just be like, real shame if somebody beats you up. You should probably hire a guy. Coincidentally, I am a guy you could hire.
I mean,
then,
personally,
do you think anybody's bodyguard right now is somebody that like was gonna bully them until they got the job?
I mean, I would assume somewhere that's happened because even though he's a TV character, there are some people out there as dumb as Michael Scott.
Yeah, I would say dumber.
Yeah. So you have to assume at some point somebody was intimidated into getting security by their own security. Like maybe it was like, hey, we're gonna.
You don't have any security. You should get me.
maybe like I said, if they had already paid for them, and then they're like, I think we're gonna drop you, and they're like, I don't think that's a good idea, and they're like, oh shit, okay, something
We
like
should just
that.
hire a
But
bunch of bullies to be security guards.
I don't know. Ooh, maybe if some of the Gravy Tech kids are kind of getting in trouble at school for being bullies, we start a child security agency. We're like, hey, if you hire these kids, they'll stop bullying you.
They'll stop bullying you, and instead, oh no, you're right. That would look bad. It's like instead they'll police you, and it's like you want the bullies. No, you don't want that. I don't know. I feel like though that's a funny way to think of like somebody getting a job. Like, how'd you get this job? How'd you get the job as like give me a low tier actor? How'd you get the job as
Steven Dorff?
Somebody that I know.
Steven Dorff. He was the main bad guy from the first Blade movie.
Robert,
Did you not watch Blade?
I can't tell you the last.
Okay,
like,
for Oscar from The Office, how did you become his security guard?
Yeah, you ask the guy who plays Oscar from The Office. You ask him. You're like, oh, okay, like how'd you get to be his security guard? You're like, well, I saw him at an ATM one time, and I didn't beat him up, but I threatened to kick his ass if he didn't hire protection. And now I go with him everywhere he goes.
I kicked him in the back of the knee, so he like, kind of did that like almost drop but didn't fall thing.
Oh, wow. Luckily, I was here to protect you. Would have been a real shame.
Like you kick him in the back of the knee, but you catch him.
Right. And he's like, you kick. He's like, no, I saved you. He ran off.
That'll be $1,000 now or $600 a month.
Look, this is my treat. This next time, you should have protection.
I just realized I said $600 a month. That's nothing.
It isn't a lot.
That's not enough to live on.
For somebody that's like around you all the time. Yeah. So yeah, okay. I don't know. Yeah. I would like to think that there's more bodyguards that have just bullied people into protection.
Certainly happened.
Last one I had is water the original mirror? I think it really is, because you didn't have shiny stuff to look back at you with, so you just go to the pond. Like we always see in those Westerns, the cowboys are like, wash my face off. All right. Now I've got a beard. The time, it changes me.
I mean, definitely.
I think so too.
Then you get glass eventually, and it's like not the shiny mirror glass, but you could then like see your reflection on stuff. Like that would be probably one of the first other things you could see your reflection on, but you didn't really have a lot of stuff to like reflect off of, like a belt buckle, a spoon. Spoon would probably be.
Water came before the spoon.
No, I mean, I'm saying I was trying to go in order because I was thinking, do you think a spoon came before glass?
No.
No.
Well, no, because glass occurs naturally.
Okay, but like enough glass to like see a reflection in.
Yeah. There's like sea glass that washes up on beaches. Okay,
and
stuff.
Fair. So then we go. The like mirrors came in the order of water, glass, spoons, and then we somewhere after that we're like, and what if we just made the glass shiny? It looked back at you. It was made out of this metallic thing.
Yeah, I've seen videos of how mirrors were made, and I still don't understand it.
I don't understand it. Yeah, I saw one of those. It's like oddly satisfying, and I was like, this freaks me out. I don't get
this is witchcraft.
This shouldn't be allowed. That's why you can't, like, I just assumed that there were only so many mirrors ever made at one time, and you could refurbish mirrors, but they didn't make any more, and that's why you can't break them.
You're a fucking idiot.
Like, mirrors should be treated like gold. But we can't see our reflections, guys.
Have late night commercials talking about, invest in mirrors.
That's our snake oil bit we'll do. We'll just start. Come on, mirrors, invest. There's never been a better time to buy mirrors. Fuck Bitcoin. It's mirrors.
Oh, I would love that. We got to make that commercial.
Are you down on your luck? Well, buy mirrors. Use what money you have. Load up on mirrors. We only have so many. And they're like, that's not true at all.
Economists agree.
It's true.
The price of mirrors is only going to go up.
They don't make them anymore. The government, yeah, you heard me. The government said they can't any longer make mirrors. Bitcoin is out. Mirrors are back. Buy mirrors. Why you still can.
The Canadian truckers have stopped all shipment of mirrors. Buy now while it's hot.
You cannot get mirrors at this price. You will never get them this low again. The Canadian truckers are on their way right now to drive over all the remaining mirrors in circulation. We will have no more mirrors. Buy more mirrors.
Oh my God.
We got full length mirrors. We got the little kind that you hold at the haircut place when they're like, how you like the back? We got pocket mirrors for the ladies. We got makeup mirrors. We got just, bathroom mirrors. We got all the mirrors. Call us 1-800-PTG-MIRR and stock up on mirrors right now for only $69.99. 3 payments of $69.99 a month. That's right. For only 3 payments of $69.99 a month, you could own 3 different kinds of mirrors. And if you call now, we'll even throw in a free baby mirror. What are you going to use it for? I don't know. It's a baby mirror. That money is only going to come back more to you. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I am not the best salesman, but all that's going to happen is you are going to get richer when inevitably you sell these mirrors to some sucker that didn't buy mirrors now. Buy your mirrors.
The mirror that comes free should be that tool like the dentist used to see like in the back.
Oh,
That's what it should be.
That should be like the one we throw in there. Like, what kind of mirrors you want? Full length? We got the little dentist mirrors. How about that, huh? You want to check out your teeth? You got to get these. Dentists need these. They're not making them anymore.
Antique mirrors, and it's just a bucket of water.
We'll even throw in, this water.
The original mirror, water.
Make your own mirror kit, which is just a jug of water and whatever you want to put it in. And look down at it. Boom. You can see your reflection.
Celebrity testimonials on our mirrors.
I love these mirrors. I have never seen mirrors that are more mirrory than these mirrors.
I'm Jim Adler, the Texas Hammer, and I would never break one of these mirrors.
We even have 2-way mirrors, which are rare. And what would be the rarest mirror?
The rarest mirror. Probably the mirror that what's his name used to take down Snake Hair Lady. I'm not so current on my mythology anymore.
Medusa.
Who is it that beat her? I don't remember. Remember, like he couldn't look directly at her, so he used a mirror to see she was coming and then got her ass. Smart.
She played herself. Probably was a dentist. He used one of those like reverse mirrors,
That's probably true. He was an ancient dentist.
That would be such a weird commercial. Just, what's happening, guys? Are you poor? Well, buy mirrors from us at Pass the Gravy. We got all of these. Dental mirrors.
The value will go up.
You're going to love them. We even got mirrors for your shoes. No, we don't. Those are for perverts. We don't do that.
I had a kid in junior high get caught doing that.
It's weird.
Yeah, he was very
weird
fucking
guy.
weird. He was caught
Weird
immediately.
Guy.
He was caught like immediately by a teacher. But yeah, super strange. Also at the time, I was like, oh, that's kind of brilliant. I would never have done it.
It's like, I don't know. It doesn't make
sense. But you gotta,
I wanted to look up skirts though, dude.
Yeah, anybody listening, like, why would you do it? Yeah, well, you know what? The internet wasn't so hot back then, okay? We had to download pictures on the family computer.
We had enough.
Yeah.
But we always
got a
had,
couple.
Because you're very privileged. You always had mirrors.
That's true.
And that's why you're well off.
Okay, I got a couple. If you could have an endless supply of anything, what would it be?
Mirrors.
Water.
You guys are both dumb. It's money. Why would you not just take money?
Mirrors equal money now.
Shut up, Alex. We're done with the fucking mirrors now, okay?
No, mirrors are gold, dude. We're fuck Bitcoin.
Oh, I agree with that, but like infinite money.
No, mirrors.
You could just keep you could just keep buying more mirrors.
Yeah, but they're just rarer.
Even if the mirrors dip, we could buy the dip.
I could just hold off and not sell them to you, and you have to sell them.
Okay, if you couldn't take mirrors, what would you?
Well, now.
And by the way, Robert, water, that's fucking weird.
I mean, those are, the original.
You would
mirror.
live. Yeah, I would go air. I'd go unlimited air.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate you
Robert
both.
and
All
I
right.
pretty set.
All right, I'll just move on to my next one then. Would you rather always be clothed or always be naked?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, it'd be weird to shower clothed all the time.
I mean, it's just like being in a bathing suit.
Like you couldn't ever take off the shirt ever. It's just like sewn onto you, basically.
No, you just always had to have clothes. You could be a never nude, like Tobias Funke.
Yeah.
So like, but if like you could obviously change what clothes you were wearing, but you had to be like covered up while doing it. Like I could change my pants, but my shirt had to stay on.
Probably then I would rather be clothes just because I wouldn't get in trouble for not wearing clothes.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised Catholic. I grew up with a healthy amount of shame. So yeah. I'm gonna pick clothed. Also, you can bang. You can still bang while you've got clothes on. I've seen a lot of those videos.
Dry humping.
CF.
Oh, I guess just
hold on. What was it? Yeah, it's CFNM, but that's usually the backwards way.
Look up CFNM, Robert, and tell us what it says.
What?
CFNM.
I feel like you just made this up.
No, I didn't. Robert's gonna be surprised by what he finds.
MN
or CFNM?
N as in Nancy, M as in Mancy.
Clothes females, nude males.
Yes. That's the opposite of what it would be for us.
Oh, good. I guess you would just pull it to the side.
It's just videos of like dudes are naked and the chicks all have clothes on and they just fight. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest subgenre.
Is it like
hilarious. It'll be like in an office?
Take your clothes off. No. Okay. Well, you can still have sex with me though.
Like 3 chicks in a cubicle will just grab the kid with the mail cart and just tear his clothes off. Like, you gotta look one up later just because it's funny every fucking time.
They just like that's it. Like they don't bang. They're just like
no, they do. But it's like the women are completely clothed.
We can't stay away from this mail boy.
Yeah, they're complete. It's super weird. I understand that, but it's funny.
We learned something new today.
I one more.
All right, what you got?
If you had to pick one food for your best friend to chew up and spit into your mouth, what would it be?
Mirrors.
Water. Ice cubes.
Probably like pizza.
The first thing that popped in my head was refried beans because it's not going to change the consistency of it at all. Yeah, it's all disgusting. Well, you'd rather your friend chew up pizza and then spit the chewed up shit into your mouth? No, refried beans, the consistency isn't going to change.
On the morning show one time, Rod, he had just started eating this, like he had a peanut butter and jelly wrap. And I think it was just good tortilla, peanut butter and jelly. And he like took a bite out of it and didn't realize we were about to start. Like we were getting back from a break. He was like, oh shit. And so he spit it out. And I think it was Dinah that was on the show then. She's like, how much would it take for you to eat what Rod just spit out? And it was like, just like a bite. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then she's like, I'll give you $20. And Rod was like, I'll give you $20. And then I think like I got him up to like $50 or $60. And I was like, okay. Like,
yeah, like no problem. Yeah.
Like, it's not like he didn't like blow his nose on it. I was like, like that's like if you shared a cigarette with somebody. It's just food and it tastes like peanut butter and jelly. And I just was like, all right, and I just swallowed it. Like I didn't really try and like savor it or anything like that. But I was like, yeah, you guys just gave me $60. Like, all right.
Yeah, Rod looks like he brushes his teeth. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, Rod is a fairly like hygienic person.
Now, what would have been really funny is if you popped it in your mouth and went like, just to fucking freak them out.
Then they also got me to eat a dog treat one time too. I was like, all right.
I've done that.
I'll eat a lot of things for cash.
Right? Well, I ate a dog treat before I knew it was a dog treat. It looked like a regular cookie.
It's like I've done this before. Like,
and then my family laughed at me, and I was like, okay, but like, have any of you tried it? It tasted like a regular cookie.
So I think we're spending a lot less.
I think we're spending too much money on the dog treats, and they're also human treats.
Yeah, these don't taste anything like barbecue. All right, like I don't give a fuck what the bag says. These taste nothing like barbecue.
It was a bacon strip. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't that. But I have also
bacon strips don't taste like bacon.
They don't. They don't taste bad though. Just a little weird.
A little bready.
Yeah.
Weird that I still remember how they taste. I was eating one actually the other day. That's why.
I keep a bag
for a snack.
Yeah, I like to eat them in front of my sister's dogs just to show dominance.
No, you can't have one. I get them.
You should do that like in public, like have an empty one and just put like jerky or something,
or
like
just
beef jerky. No, not in
No,
public.
like just like put stuff that like you would like to eat. That would be really funny. Those they're like, I think they're called combos you get in the grocery or not the gas station, but it's just like they have like little cheese on the inside, but it kind of looks like a dog treat. So just fill a dog treat box with that and just like, are you eating milk bones, sir? Yeah, who gives a shit?
Hey, why don't you mind your own business, okay?
They're nutritious, motherfucker. Look at you. I'm on a diet, asshole. Pat could just like, because like people are, if Pat like played that crazy, I'm fucking dieting. Like, are you eating dog? You're like, I'm not. I don't have a lot of money. This is all I can afford right now.
Which is weird because dog treats are getting expensive.
They are. And it's like they do a good job of like, there are still like there's certain ones that are, I don't think they're that much shittier or anything, but it's like they're like $1.50 and then they're like the same kind. It's like, but we're charging $3.45 for these. Like, how? It's the same thing. Like, well, we added colors to them and we said that they're fun flavors.
Your dog's used to eating them now, so we can charge whatever we want because you're not going to stop.
Yep.
That's what it is.
How did we get here from this? Oh, spitting food in your mouth. Baby birding.
Yeah.
So mirrors, water, and what would you go with?
Did I refried beans?
Refried beans. Just marshmallows.
No, I feel like that would be gross.
Oh yeah, because you get all the saliva on it.
Yeah, like once a marshmallow's wet, you're like, ugh.
What about Peeps? Just Peeps.
Oh God.
This has been a weird podcast so far, but
well, I'm loving it. Robert, what about you? Did you bring anything?
No, not this time.
Fucking shit, dude.
It's okay. We still love you. I love you, Robert.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I love you, Robert. I love you so much. Do it.
What's going on?
Oh, I can't wait to see where we're gonna end today if we're already fucking here.
Yeah, this is 30 minutes in. All right, let's get into the Precome, or not Precome segment, the Comeback Kids segment. We just did the Precome segment. The Comeback Kids segment where we tell you guys what's back in the news this week. It's brought to you by littlemshop.com. It's got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You want some t-shirts? They got it. You want stickers? They got it. You want keychains? Got that too. We were just talking about, this is a very rare commodity. It's a very rare commodity. This is at an all-time low. You can buy it, and you're going to sell it at an all-time high. Compact mirrors, little compact mirrors. They got Art Deco. They got the little compact mirror, is it what it's called? Buy your mirrors. Stock up on your mirrors. They're just $7 a piece. Tiny little mirrors. Robert, I don't know about you, but I'm loading up my cart right now with tiny little mirrors because mirrors prices only going up, which means the profits are only going up. That's how it works, guys. Go buy mirrors. And how funny is it that actually is? Like I just set it up.
Yeah, it was all an ad.
I spoke it into existence. They also have the best air fresheners on the planet. Get you the Fresh to Death, the Little M scent, the Miami Beach scent. All of those are starting at just $3 and they last forever. You can get one that looks like it's out of this world. Looks like you're in space. There's one that just says rad. And then for the ladies or fellas, we don't care. If you want some flower pattern, those are pretty cool too. But don't be one of those people that drives around with one of those like little tiny trees hanging from your rearview mirror. Nobody likes that guy. Those things stink. They lose their smell. That's why you always see like taxi cabs with 4,000 of them in there, because it's like you got a lot of smells in a taxi cab after all those people coming in and out of it. Like it goes bad. So it doesn't mask any of those odors after like 2 weeks. Little M Shop air fresheners, those air fresheners last forever. All right. Maybe not forever, but they last for a very, very long time, longer than those trees. So go to littlemshop.com. Use our promo code PTG at checkout. You're gonna, or PTG69 at checkout. Excuse me. Promo code PTG69 at checkout. You're gonna get 10% off your order at littlemshop.com. Littlemshop.com. Give Little M a follow on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. Little EM tweets on Twitter and Little EM Shop on Instagram. Littlemshop.com. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. First Comeback Kid we got this week is arguing over what the best Super Bowl halftime show of all time was, because I don't know, Robert, did you even watch any of the Super Bowl?
I did not.
You didn't see the halftime show? Oh my God. Well, everybody said it's the best Super Bowl halftime show of all time. This is
not true.
I was telling on the morning show last week, I was saying the two diehard is a Christmas movie conversations that happen around every Super Bowl is what is the best Super Bowl halftime show of all time? And then should the Super Bowl be on Saturday? And it's like, doesn't matter what our opinion is on it, because it's already like, it's going to stay on Sunday and nobody's going to agree on the best Super Bowl of all time because it's an opinionated thing. So it's just funny that like the 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre kind of like brought that back up. It was like, this is the best one ever. It's like, I don't fucking know. Like, I didn't lose my mind over the Super Bowl halftime show. I thought it was cool, but like, I'm watching it for football. So I went in with a different thing. Like, that was my generation's like music. So I was down for it. I liked it. It was better than just like a bunch of old people running around screaming, even though like they were kind of old, but I don't know. I don't know what the best one would be. I even did a blog just trolling, because that's what like everybody kept arguing over, that it was the best one ever, or that Prince's was. And Super Bowl I, they had a marching band, but they also had two guys on jetpacks. And I was like, jetpacks are by far way cooler than any band. So whatever. And I wrote a whole thing on why like the Super Bowl halftime show was not the best ever. And it was just, oh, well, no, but did it have jetpacks? Then no, it's not. Okay. Did Janet Jackson's titties have jetpacks? No, it didn't. Did Prince singing in the rain while he was singing Purple Rain, did he have a jetpack on while he was in the rain? No, he didn't. So it's not better. Lady Gaga had drones, which were kind of close to a jetpack if you're comparing him to all the other things. But like, did Left Shark with Katy Perry have a jetpack? No, not better. And like, I just was like listing things and saying the jetpacks are better than it. And like, most people didn't read the article. They just were triggered by the headline. And that was my favorite part of it. So I enjoyed trolling the conversation, but just talking about what the best Super Bowl halftime show ever was, that was back in the last couple of days, specifically because I think this halftime show was a good halftime show. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's the best ever.
I didn't know. I mean, it's.
I don't know what
Prince
the best ever was.
Jackson. I would say it's Prince or Michael Jackson.
I don't remember Michael Jackson's.
Well, I've went back and watched it because I've heard about how good it was. That being said, I really enjoyed it. It was good. I didn't really get to experience the whole thing because the whole time I had a 4-year-old going, "Uncle Pat, come follow me, let's play." I'm like, no. I was like, we're watching this. Go away, Stephanie. And she like kept coming up to me. I was like, Stephanie, No.
I hate you. I hate
By the
you,
way,
little
guys,
kid.
Yeah, I can definitively say at least 4 is old enough to call a kid an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. I still stand by. I've been calling this kid an asshole since she was born, so it's okay.
So yeah, it's life. It's on brand.
But yeah, no, it was still really cool, but it wasn't the best. But my favorite tweet that came out of the whole thing was somebody asked, "How long do you think 50 Cent was hanging there?" And somebody responded, 2 quarters. I was like, okay,
That was
that's
a dad
just,
joke.
that's
a
a
dad joke.
but that's a perfect tweet.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, it's a good response.
Yeah,
it's a good response.
Absolutely the best.
Speaking of 50 Cent, that's another comeback kid this week because like 50 Cent is back because we didn't know really what he was up to until like just then, but he's getting fat shamed like a motherfucker, dude. Like fat shaming also back this week. What's the deal? Like we are all a little bit bigger than we were 20 years ago. Well, 50 still look like he packed on some pounds. Like, so did you, Brandon.
He's
like
thick.
You did too.
He's thick. You know, it's the creatine. It's all water weight. Don't worry about it.
He's just older. It happened. Dr. Dre was bigger too. I mean, he was jacked, but still, like.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Different 20 years later.
Dre has been bigger for like 8 years now. Like I remember when after he had his accident and shit, and then he came back with that "I Need a Doctor" song with Eminem. He was out of nowhere. Like you see the music video, like holy shit, Dre put on like 30 pounds of muscle for that, and he's been a big guy ever since. So that wasn't as shocking to people. I feel like everyone's like, wow, I haven't seen 50 Cent in 6 years.
Well, I mean, he played the hits, and I thought that was cool. And I also said that there would not be a Tupac hologram. Won money on that. Really, just to brag quickly, my best bet was to say that there would be a non-quarterback throwing a touchdown pass, and that cash is pretty big for me. So
yeah, that was nice.
Not to pat myself on the back, but called it. Joe Mixon texted me.
Everyone was laughing at me where I was at because I was getting all hyped up. I was like, all right, everyone, first bet here. We want tails. Heads. Fuck. And then like 2 minutes later, they're still making fun of me. I was like, all right, guys. Now we just need a touchback. We're getting back on track with, and they're all like, Jesus, Pat, how many things did you bet on? I was like, this is going to be happening all game long, guys.
Yeah, first play to be a rush. Nailed that one.
I was like, just hold on, because this is going to keep happening all game. And like every time there's an interception,
pretty big with mine.
The interception on the field goal, all I could think the whole time is that better count as an extra, because it was an extra point. It was like that better count as an extra point or as a field goal. God damn it. It's an interception, because if they don't count it because it's a special teams play and I get fucked on my interception over bet, I'd be super pissed off. But Stafford ended up throwing 2 anyway, so it was all good.
So you were good. So, but just
had a lot of fun with the
50
props.
Cent though. Fat shaming with 50 Cent is it's not acceptable. Leave our boy 50 alone, okay? Like you perform a halftime show, and we'll judge you from your picture from 20 years ago, all right?
I don't know if you guys know
do you
this.
think that he's still gonna have abs?
Vitamin water has a lot of calories in it, so maybe think about that next time you fat shame somebody, okay?
Do you think anybody was like, that's the guy from the vitamin water ads?
I mean, very possible. I mean, I had seen another
like
tweet.
They weren't just like, that's 50 Cent.
I had seen another tweet where someone was like, I'm so happy, or when I found out this was going to be the halftime show, I was so happy that they were doing it for people my age and not some old rock band for old people. Then I checked the notes and saw they're all in their 50s and had a very sad realization. I was like, oh, fuck, that's true. This is the old people halftime show now.
Yeah, now that's us.
In like 4 years, we're going to have One Direction.
No, BTS.
Oh my God.
That's
no, I don't think K-pop is going to be a halftime show anytime soon.
I wouldn't rule it out just yet. Our other comeback kid, he was at the Super Bowl, it's Kanye West, because that dude's had himself a week, hasn't he? He showed up in like an executioner hood. It looked like, with holes punched into it, and like $1 million worth of seats, and just sat there with that on the whole time.
No, he took it off. It wasn't
for
the whole
a
time.
lot of the time. For a lot of the time, he sat on with it. Then he was with Antonio Brown, so just a two stable guys just hanging out together.
That's a whole lot of crazy.
Guys being dudes. And he has been attacking Pete Davidson online.
Skeet.
And
He calls him Skeet, which is
Ski.
hilarious.
And
Fucking
then he
perfect
did
nickname.
what did he do with this?
I don't
He, like,
know.
just
I
had,
only
like-
ever saw Photoshops.
Yeah, he had the legal pad. And that should just be our photo for the podcast this week. It's just Kanye with the podcast
Holding
pad.
up our picture.
holding up yeah.
Or you create one of your regular Photoshops, but then just miniaturize
Put
it
it
onto
on.
the notepad.
That's just really, really small. It's like I waste all that time. Nobody can really tell what it is.
That would be good.
Make sure to zoom in super close on it.
He's tweeting out every text conversation, or I guess it's on Instagram, but everyone that him and Kim have, including the one saying, "Why do you keep putting out these private conversations?" And he was like, "Because I'm your biggest fan ever. I'm excited to be talking to you. Why wouldn't I do that?" And you're like, holy shit, somebody get this guy some medication.
It was like you know when like girls like will be like, this guy won't leave me the fuck alone, and it's like the guy's like, "Hey, good morning, beautiful. Hey, hope your day is going well. Hey." And it's like she like posted because she's like, "This is crazy shit." It's like he was posting the wrong end of that, but usually it's like not that guy posting the crazy shit he's saying. It was like, dude, no, you don't look like the good one on any of these. Like you look like the asshole or the crazy person or whatever you want to say in all of the ones that you're sharing. Pete seemed pretty chill, trying to be like, "Look, dude, like I don't want to beef, man. I liked you as an artist and shit. Like I don't want to like fight with you." It was just like, "You'll never meet my kids. Fuck you." Okay, whatever, dude. And then he posted a picture, but he posted a picture like last week, I think on Friday or Saturday, maybe, of like it was just Pete Davidson, and he just X'd out Pete's face. But it was like he went on the app, like the edit photo, draw tool, red X. It was like, okay, is this a yearbook? Like that's the kid you didn't like in your class? Okay. That's how we used to cancel people, honestly.
I mean, that's true. You just drew over their face in the yearbook.
It's like Mean Girls.
Now, I don't think
Kanye's a mean girl.
I don't think anybody actually believes Pete and Kim are gonna just like stay together and end up together. But like that dude's
Kim Kardashian. She's not gonna stay with anybody long term, forever.
Like,
at least.
I've never been a fan really of the Kardashians, but that dude's kind of like living the dream. He was like, oh, when he was in like high school, she was like one of the hot, like just a huge ass, big tits. Like it was Kim Kardashian. And now he's like, well, yeah, I got to deal with her crazy ex a little bit, but I'm plugging Kim Kardashian.
I would say a little bit. Yeah, I'm Team Pete. I like Pete Davidson. He's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I would never thought I'd say this, but in this situation, yeah, I'm on Kim Kardashian's side. Those are words I never thought I would say. But like,
yeah,
just because the other side is Kanye. I mean, if you had told me that there was a side to choose between those two.
Sometimes you just don't need. It was kind of like there would be like when Trump was getting a bunch of shit for stuff. It was like, just stop fucking tweeting, dude. Just put your phone down. Put your phone down. Pull up Netflix. Watch some show. I don't know. Like watch Ozark. All right. Watch the new season of Ozark. Just chill out.
Like I bet.
Sit down, pop some popcorn, put a movie on. I don't know.
I don't mean this in the way that Kim regrets having kids, but I bet you she regrets having kids with Kanye because now she can't just get a restraining order. Because like that's the father of her kids. So she doesn't want to X him out of the life, but like holy fuck. I wouldn't still be dealing with that shit.
Us as parent experts, clearly 3 people that have no kids between the 3 of us. So we're not 100% sure on this, but there's got to be, and you love your kids no matter what. Like I know everybody loves their kids, but like there's got to be some, like a couple of times a day, maybe at least a couple of times a week where you're like, I fucking wish I didn't have kids right now. Like it's just fucking stupid. Why did I do this?
I don't know if it's
like,
that.
Maybe it's just for like a half a second. But like you're like, fuck, like this would be so much easier if I didn't have kids.
I think 90% of parents.
Not that you're regretting a lot of it, but it's like you're just like, like I feel like my parents definitely thought that.
100. I've talked to parents, and they're just like, yeah, like sometimes you're like, God damn it, why did I do this? But you're like, oh yeah, I fucking love them. But like,
right,
yeah,
and you love them, but you're
just
like, this fucking sucks. Having a child.
They will test you. It is what it is.
Yeah. You can't just put them in a cage and leave for 6 hours like you can with a dog.
I mean, if they're really good at secrets, you can.
If you would like to give them some sort of weird emotional harm later on in life where they just harbor that like they were locked in a cage for hours.
We're playing Dungeon Master. Hey, here's the thing.
It's a game. It's a game. I'll time
give
you.
Give them an
Let's see how long you
iPad,
can do
and
this.
nowadays the kids won't even notice. Like, oh shit, this door was locked the whole time.
That's true. Put him in the
I was
room.
watching 18 hours of Paw Patrol.
It's not a bad idea. All right. Well, Kanye West back in a big way. What else we got? Jennifer Lopez is back. All of these people, I feel like we're at the Super Bowl. Basically, it's been about the Super Bowl or people that were at the Super Bowl because she was there. Benifer was at the Super Bowl, but really the thing is about Jennifer. It's back this week. Is love is really back with her because not only was she there with Ben Affleck, but Marry Me, her new movie with Luke Wilson came out, and I gotta say, movie of the year. You know, chick flick, rom-com, but like had so many twists and turns that you would never have expected from a regular rom-com movie. It was riveting. Jennifer Lopez should immediately be awarded the Best Actress category. Luke Wilson, Supporting Actor. It was the daughter in it. Don't know the daughter's name. She should get Supporting Actress. Fuck you, Meryl Streep. But yeah, greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. 5 out of 5 ladles of gravy.
Okay.
Watch it.
No.
Oh well, it's not that good. It's really
yeah,
not.
No shit. I couldn't tell that review wasn't dripping with sarcasm.
It's the entire commercial is basically the entire movie. Oh no, I was gonna get married. Oh wow, something happened. I can't. Oh no. Okay, well now I'm married to you. We're dating. Oh no. What are we gonna do here? I put out this single, and now the tabloids think we're gonna get back together. But I think I should get back with him. But I love this new guy, and I'm just gonna pick the new guy. Spoiler alert, by the way. Robert put a spoiler alert in beforehand. But yeah, it was very, very, very silly.
Two things that would make me watch that movie. One, because Jennifer Lopez is still just insanely hot, like hotter than any human being should be in their 50s. And two, I might watch any movie with Owen Wilson and just play a drinking game for every time he goes, wow.
We got one of those. And I was only Leonardo DiCaprio. Wow. I was Leonardo DiCaprio. Somebody make this me when Leonardo or me
Josh
over Leonardo DiCaprio's face. Tree, get on this. When I see Luke Wilson say wow, I was like, oh, but it wasn't a Luke Wilson wow. It was a wow. Like he went on about something else, but it wasn't a wow. And just like that was all he said. Like that. I feel like that wasn't the only contribution he had to that conversation at that point, and that wasn't his only reaction. He was like, "Wow, all right, well, like
he needs to have a wow in every movie."
Yeah, and maybe that's why they threw it in there. But it was literally just he said it. But to spoil the movie, I don't know how many of you guys plan on watching Marry Me, and if you don't want to hear a spoiler, then just fast forward for a couple of seconds. But what I thought was the funniest premise of the movie was you see like he has a sign that says "Marry Me," and I thought somebody just handed him the sign or whatever. But that is essentially what happened. But he holds the sign for like half the concert or whatever, and her song's name is "Marry Me," and she's like, "Yes, I'll marry you." And it's like I think he was also just saying the name of the song. Like it didn't say, "Will you marry me?" It just said, "Marry me" on the sign. Like that could be like Wonderwall. If I went to an Oasis concert and I had a Wonderwall, they'd be like, "Yes, you can be me, Wonderwall."
You're lucky this guy was also single in his 50s and was like, all right, you're super hot and famous and rich. Yeah, I'll marry you. Why not?
Well, he wasn't an actor, though. He's just a school teacher, dude. Just an average school teacher.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's just an average school teacher there, also single in his 50s, and she's going through some shit and goes, marry me. And he's like, this seems like a healthy decision.
Well, she's going through that. She literally found out the man she was about to marry on stage for the fans. I think her name was Kat, and then Bastian was the pop star dude. Like they were the two.
Oh, that's not a douchebag name.
Two biggest pop star. Well, he was a Spanish pop star. There's a little Latin flavor going on.
Still a douchebag name.
But they were like, I don't know. I assumed he was like Pitbull, but a better looking Pitbull. I don't know. And she was like Selena. I don't know.
Don't talk about Mr. Worldwide like that.
I don't know how that works. But yeah. And like, so she finds out like, oh, there's this video of him cheating on you. It's like right when they're supposed to get married. And then she just is like, yeah, I'll marry this dude, Luke Wilson, because he has a sign that was also the name of my hit song.
Yeah, it's a very emotionally healthy decision to make.
If you went to like a Post Malone concert and is it Runaway that's on the Bud Light commercial, the run away, run away, run away. If you had a Runaway song, he wouldn't just be like, yes, we'll run away together. Let's go. It'd be like, he also should think that maybe he's just like a big fan of that song.
I'm going to go to Taylor Swift's concert
concept for the entirety of the movie, I thought. So
I'm going to go to Taylor Swift concert holding a Romeo and Juliet sign, and then eventually we're going to run away together and have a tortured relationship and then kill each other. I mean, that's how this works, right?
Like Sid and Nancy shit. Just like Sid and Nancy.
I'm going to go to a Sublime concert holding a sign that says April 26, 1992, and then we're just going to start a fucking riot in LA. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Like that's
pop stars are
Me.
Easily manipulated into just doing what their songs say.
Well, Robert, you missed my review because you don't care about J-Lo, obviously. Wow. Way to build strong Latin women up. Way to not do that.
Yeah.
Sam must be very upset, but you should watch Marry Me and give a full review.
Hi, Sam.
Marry Me?
Yeah, dude. It's the greatest movie of the year.
It's the J-Lo Netflix movie. Or is it Netflix?
No, Peacock. It's on the cock.
It's on the cock.
J-Lo's on the cock. That's the headline right there. J-Lo on the cock. You can watch J-Lo on the cock here. Here's a link. And
Clip
then
it.
Peacock's just like, we got so many fucking hits. There's so many fucking hits.
I wish this worked like Xbox Live when I could just say clip it and it'll just immediately clip that shit for me. Here's a minute before and a minute after. Well, yeah, on the new Xbox, yeah, there's a button on it. And you just set it to whether you want it to be 15 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is. There's a button right there that you hit and it just immediately makes a clip.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Marry Me, though.
Okay.
Robert, write down to remind us towards the end of the year. We're going to also give a Gravies Award to the movie of the year.
I'm going to fucking bring a Marry Me side to your wedding. Just pick, I'm going to snake this one.
And I'd be like, yes, Pat.
Yeah, for you. That was the plan.
Well, the award will be just like I'll buy a VHS tape of, I don't know what it is, but we'll scratch off whatever the title is, and then just write like on a hello, my name is Gravies Award for Movie of the Year, and then that's how we'll get celebrities to start showing up to the Gravies Awards. We have to nominate them.
That'd be funny if the Movie of the Year award was a VHS tape.
It's a movie. We should give it to Meryl Streep and just crush it.
We got to find a way to
fuck you, Meryl. We don't really like you.
Put one of our shows on a VHS.
No, it's just funny if it's like
episode.
Whatever it is, somebody's home movies.
Do they even still have VHSs at like Goodwill and shit?
That's what I say. I'm sure you could find them somewhere. I go on eBay. I could get you a VHS. We'll get the Rugrats one. The Rugrats one where it's orange.
Oh yeah,
That was a cool one.
I fucking loved it.
No, remember the Titanic one when it had two boxes? Where the box came with two in it. We just cross out like Jack and Rose's face and just put our faces on the side, and it says like Titanic, and we just cross over it in Sharpie, and it's like Gravy's Movie of the Year.
Oh, when I typed in VHS to Amazon, the first actual movie that came up was Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That one. Then we'll get that. That's it. That's the one.
$50 VHS.
Nope, not doing that.
Yeah,
but also be funny.
Noise.
You know, like the ones that you used to buy to like tape shows and stuff, just the blank ones. Just we buy a blank one, and so somebody's like, "Well, I finally found a VCR. Let's see what they got on it," and it's just nothing. Just none of it. Or it's just old TV shows, just the news.
$12 for one of the head cleaner VHS. Remember that? How you had to put that in to clean your VHS from time to time?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Robert's like, I've never heard of VHS. What is this?
What ancient technology are they talking about?
Is it on a .mov file? I don't watch if it's not. But
you got a 12 pack of tapes for $90. There you go.
Done. So Robert, remind us to have a movie of the year category. Remind me to order a videotape or find a videotape. It's just one of those. I'll let the videotape come to me. You know, it'll be like in nature. It finds me. And then that'll be the one that we have locked in as our Gravies Award trophy. And then reminded me to give it to J-Lo. Or to at least nominate J-Lo. We have to think of another one. We'll find really shitty movies coming up in the rest of the year and just put those on our movie of the year.
Works for me.
We could also do song of the year, but let's be honest, it's going to be anything Lil Nas X puts out. All right, like let's save ourselves the time. It's going to be Lil Nas X, but again, maybe we want him to show up, so we nominate him for more things.
I would say we could vote on it, but you get final say on all this shit anyway. So
especially when it comes to Lil Nas X.
It'll be like Lil Nas X, and then I'll pick like 9
2-0 vote for not him.
It'll be Lil Nas X and then 9 country artists that I know and nobody else has heard of. Of course, Lil Nas X is going to win.
And for that, we'll just buy a record. You can find a record nowadays.
Oh, they're everywhere.
We'll just scratch out the middle part.
Yeah. I mean, the records have made a giant comeback.
We have like the regular like trophies we give out for like all of the actual Gravies Award winners. And like, imagine like celebrities showing up at some point. We're like, and here's a VHS tape. Here's an old record. Like you couldn't even give us it. Nope. Got this. It's VHS tape. Have it. There you go.
There are some celebrities now that wouldn't be old enough to know what that was.
Well, I mean, Cody Crest and Ryan Humphreys, they didn't come to get the Gravies Award for best football player on planet Earth or whatever it was I forgot the name of it. It was such a great name, but so somebody has their trophy. So their trophy now is just a cut in half football. It's just like, here you go, fellas.
That's awesome.
Savor it. They still got to pick it up though, but I'd love to meet up with both of them. Although also a quick note, since I just mentioned them, catfans.com, which is like a Sam Houston like message board, we got some traction on it yesterday. Because I was telling them that since we have a conference with Jacksonville State, I was like, fuck Jacksonville State. Let's have a new rivalry with them. That's picking up some traction as maybe the newest Conference USA rivalry since we both are moving over there. And it's all going to be, I'd like to call it the Pass the Gravy Bowl, if that's the annual rivalry that it turns into. Just remember, you heard it here first. Finally, starting some traction with that, you know?
Well,
we invented a rivalry.
The way you can get that to happen is if you go to that game and then bring like some sort of big gravy boat or something, like get a really oversized gravy boat and Sam Houston wins and you hand it to the players, be like, this is the trophy for the game. It's the gravy bowl.
Yeah.
And then,
and if Jacksonville State wins, I don't do shit because fuck them.
Well, no, you can still give it to them and they'll be like, what? And then you just show up every year. But then eventually like it kind of just becomes a thing until one team actually brings it back with them the next year. And you're like, I fucking did it. I created a rivalry bowl.
Yeah. So he puts it in a trophy case. You're like, what is that? That's just like a gravy boat. Like, yeah,
I think you have enough sway with Sam Houston that if that actually happened, you could
get
them
with Ryan and Cody could probably help me out.
Yeah, like people,
like, guys,
you're an alumni with a bit of a name.
They wouldn't even give him a ring. So I don't know how much.
Well, not them, not the. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying he has pull, but he's an alumni with a bit of a name. And then eventually there's a Wikipedia page about this game. Like this bowl was inspired by Pass the Gravy podcast. And then someone can make a Wikipedia page about us.
What I need to do, they did play this past year and Sam won. So I need to get Ryan and Cody to give the boys, like, just be like, y'all are in the fucking field house. Like, walk by the field house and like slide that glass back and just put this in with the trophy case. Like there's the national championship trophy. It's on display. Just put this right next to it. And it'll be like 2021 Gravy Bowl winners. And then the 22. Score of their game against, well, it was 21 when they won.
But you can't retroactively. We
start it retroactively. So then it's already there. And then like, why is this here? And then people just get used to it. And then boom, it's a tradition because it's been a trophy case.
A tradition unlike any other.
Anything that's in a trophy case for over like 2 weeks is a tradition, sort of, because it's a trophy. At least at A&M. At A&M, you put that there for an hour and it's a tradition.
Oh, A&M, you can retroactively do anything from 80 years ago. You just claim national titles that you weren't even in the national title game for.
So we're claiming a rivalry bowl win that actually happened. So,
But
done.
then you're
All right.
saying you're on the same level of A&M, and I don't think you want to stoop that low.
You gotta start somewhere. I'm just one guy. I'm not a whole university, you know.
Okay,
So I guess rivalries also back this week. Then
back.
shout out to our boys Ryan Humphreys and Cody Crest and catfans.com. Go give them a follow. What do we got last? Doping's back, boys. Doping's
What a
back.
surprise!
It's not because baseball's not testing for steroids anymore. Although I think like we should get a couple cycles in, fellas. It doesn't. Let's like Robert. It's you're the baseball guy. Are we saving this for not cool again or?
No, not this time. But it is
Like,
not cool.
Oh, I thought for sure you're not cool was going to be that pitchers and catchers were supposed to report.
It's
What was
still-
it, yesterday?
Yeah, it's still not cool.
Yeah,
But, like,
it sucks. It hurts.
It's not going to happen anytime soon now. Huh?
No. We're gonna miss
No,
games.
the
Yep.
league is being a bunch of buttholes.
Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
saying that since the beginning.
No, you're right. I keep being like Robert was fucking nailed it. And we were just rooting against him because we wanted.
I was
some
trying to be an
and
optimist.
not nothing. But yeah, doping not in baseball. Doping's back because the fucking Rooskies are up to it again, up to their old tricks.
It's so shocking that the team that can't even compete under their country's name, they have to be the Olympic athletes from Russia or whatever the fuck it is.
The Rock
Oh,
Nation.
look, because Russian Olympic Committee, because they couldn't, because they've been caught for doping so many times. Russia's not allowed to compete. What a shock that their athletes are being caught for doping. Namely, they're like, what was she, a
15. She's 15-year-old figure skater.
figure skater?
I'm not gonna say her
And
name because I don't know. How to
She was
pronounce
like, she's the favorite. I think she was the favorite going in.
it. I think
Bam, she
won,
gets
didn't
popped. She gets popped for PEDs. Then they still let her compete because like, well, she's only 15, so it's really her trainer's fault. And then you look, the trainer's been caught with doped athletes multiple times, as has the nutritionist that she uses. Like, why are we allowing these people to support the athletes that can't compete under their name because of doping when they've been caught with doping? And then we catch them for doping, but then they can still compete because the doping wasn't their fault, because it was the fault of the people that were giving them the doping things that have been caught previously for giving doping. Are you following why this
exactly
is
what
stupid?
you just said? It's like, how many times do they have to violate it before we're like, don't let them compete? They Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir. Like, I don't watch a ton of figure skating, but I was like, oh, this Russian chick's skating, and there's some controversy. And you guys know I'm a big fan of controversy.
Mhm.
I'm always into covering controversies. It's one
Controversy.
thing about me. Yeah, my middle name was almost controversy when I was born. Actually, my parents decided against it.
Mr. Controversy.
Yeah, Alex Controversy Middleton, but they thought P was a better sounding name. Just P, nothing else. But yeah, the Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir are the commentators for it, and they were just like, this is bullshit. Like she has no business being out here. Her excuse was that it was like cross-contaminated with medicine from her grandpa, and I was like, yeah, if it was an American, they're out. That's not like you don't get an appeals process normally in this shit. Like fucking. If there's you don't get the benefit of the doubt if you can't compete under your country's actual name because your country is in trouble for doping. Watch Icarus. It's called the documentary is called Icarus. I think it was on Netflix. It may be on Amazon Prime now, but just look up Icarus and it covers kind of like the entire Russian doping scandal and kind of how it was years and 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 years of research on how they could get away with it and shit like that. It was like their entire Olympic program was built around like, how do we dope and get away with it? And they're like, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt. I was like, you don't give the Russian Olympic Committee, not Russia, you don't give them the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, it's the Olympics, though.
If Belarus had a skater that had an issue, you'd be like, first off, the Belarusian skater probably wouldn't get to skate, but you'd just be like, okay, well, you guys didn't have a ton of violations, right? Like recently. Maybe like that makes sense, but like, no, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's obviously this chick fucking like it was drugs that like helps your heart pump blood faster, helps you breathe better, which are all performance enhancing.
I mean, it's the IOC. They're the second most corrupt organization on the planet, only behind FIFA.
FIFA is the most for sure. Where they're like, oh, Qatar paid for this somehow, but we're just going to move the World Cup because we're not corrupt.
Like I said, it's the IOC. You just throw money at the problem and it goes away. That's how it works.
But yeah, doping's back, guys.
You know, it's not dope though.
It's not dope.
It's not doping. Is not dope.
It's
guys.
dope if you're a baseball player right now, though. Like,
Yeah.
let's juice it up, boys.
Which
Juice it up.
Did you guys see how many of like the Angels players like were all doing drugs?
Oh
The
yeah.
Tyler Skaggs
Yeah.
case.
Mhm.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
And then Matt Harvey, like at the time, he had a bloody nose on the mound in New York, and they're like, "Oh, how gritty is he?" No, it turns out it was just a coke nosebleed because he was doing a shit ton of cocaine when he was in New York.
I mean, is it good? Probably not. But like we've had Greg Cook on the podcast before that talked about some stuff the Miami Dolphins did back in the 70s. It wasn't necessarily, legal, and it wasn't steroids. Kind of similar stuff. But it's like, you think that like athletes also don't do drugs on the side? Like they have money. Rich people do drugs a lot of times.
Yeah, better drugs than what
Are
we
we
have access to.
Like, are we shocked that rich people do cocaine? I'm not.
Not at all.
So like, let them play.
Plus, it's the Mets.
Yeah, if you can't do Adderall, you can get popped for Adderall. Do cocaine. It's out of your system quick.
I mean, you sign with the Mets, and they give you an 8-ball. It's the Mets.
That's like part of your bonus.
Yeah, it's called the Darryl Strawberry clause.
Mm-hmm. He started it. Yeah, it's a great clause that a lot of people like. But yeah, that was pretty funny that he just said like Coke nose. It was like, oh, whoops.
Like, oh, we always wondered why he flailed out so quickly in New York. Oh, it was the cocaine.
They actually also showed that Kurt Schilling, he didn't injure his ankle. It wasn't his ankle. His ankle was a cokehead.
Don't.
In the playoffs, his ankle
Don't
had
you
like
dare.
an ankle bleed, and he had been rubbing a bunch of cocaine on it, and that was just kind of how he got through it. He couldn't feel it.
Yeah, CC Sabathia wasn't actually a fat piece of shit and out of shape. He just he had so much cocaine that he was bloated.
Mm-hmm. Did also he has a son that plays at Georgia Tech now, baseball, and so that's my early that guy's gonna be a good pitcher. Just my scouting report is the son of a major league really good pitcher is going to be a really good pitcher. Mark it.
I feel
like
like
here first.
I feel like it works that way in baseball more than it does any other sport.
Because you get a chance, like in baseball, a lot of times people have to take a shot at you. They have to take they'll be like, well, you're Fernando Tatis's son. All right. Like let's bring it here. Tony Gwynn Jr. is a great example. It was not great, but like, he'll hop around for the rest of his career. He'll have a job because he was Tony Gwynn's son, and Tony Gwynn did a bunch of favors. Like was an awesome guy to so many people that like they'll be like, yeah, we got your back. We need a guy that's a utility man every now and then when our righty isn't doing this. And like you get a chance because you can be in the minor league system sometimes, whereas like you can have a bigger roster, whereas like in the NBA you only have like 15, 20 people. I think
that's a big part of it too.
They have like a smaller amount, but like in baseball you can keep somebody in the system. I mean, I know that like you look at the Blue Jays and it's basically just like name a Hall of Famer and their son is on the team. And that, I mean, solid strategy, to be honest. Like they're probably pissed that Prince Fielder isn't still playing because he would, I guarantee you, be on the Blue Jays by now. Like he'd just be old and he'd be like, whatever, like DH for him. I don't know.
I wonder what that guy looks like now. He was, and we were talking about this isn't fat shaming. I'm a fat guy.
We're pro big guys.
He was the fattest.
50.
He was the fattest vegan of all time.
Yeah,
I don't know how he kept the weight on eating nothing but like lettuce and tree nuts.
But in baseball, you do just like, oh, well, that guy's got this, like that, like what's his face on the Yastrzemski on the Giants? It's like your dad is Carl Yastrzemski, or your great grandfather is Carl Yastrzemski. Like, but like he's an average player. There's like, well, we're obviously gonna take Yastrzemski. Like if I feel like they get in the bottom of the draft because you have like a million rounds in baseball, and there's like, Dante Bichette Jr. Come on over. I know your dad's name. Like there's like part some scouts are just like, I've heard his name. Let's go.
A big part of it too is just that, okay, your dad was in the major leagues, which means he had money, which means he could spend a lot of money on like private tutors and
you have his genes.
Coaches and you have genes too. Like I feel like hockey's another one too, where you see a decent amount of like families that stay in it because hockey's an expensive fucking sport.
Mhm.
And if you have a
Depending on
family
where
that
you
can
live,
pay
yeah.
for it, you've got to step up already.
Yeah. And football every now and then, but
Yeah, just
less often.
football. You like even with the genes, you have to be just ridiculously athletically gifted and have size and all this shit. And then, like you said, basketball, the rosters are so small that it is what it is.
Yeah. Was that doping? We was back on?
Somehow we got there from there.
Also, vests are back because I at least wore my vest. I got a vest. I invested in vests. All right. I should have invested in mirrors now.
Early,
I
not
look back
cool.
at it because you're not even supporting the team, Pat. You're not
I'm
a
not-
Amigo anymore.
I'm gonna pass the blame on this one. It's not my fault. I left it at work last night. I would have remembered it, but one of the servers, his ride didn't show up for like an hour after we were done with everything. So I was just kind of sitting around and I didn't go through my normal leaving routine and I forgot my vest. So Eric, if you're listening, damn it. Tell your ride to show up Eric.
The fuck, dude.
He has gotten the name of the podcast.
Eric,
He
don't
said he
direct
wanted
it
to
to
listen.
us.
I don't know if he did.
Don't direct it to us. Direct it to
He was like,
fuck you,
dude,
Eric's ride.
He was like, you can just leave. Like before he's just like locked the doors. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not leaving you in the restaurant with all the liquor. I mean, he doesn't. He actually has been drinking for a while. No, but also if my owner were to check the cameras and see that I was gone and somebody was left inside the restaurant where all the booze is, I'd probably be in a lot of trouble. Because we've got cameras you can, which by the way, they said they're going to give me access to, and I'm just going to fuck with people now when I'm not at work.
Dude, don't be that guy. I worked at a pizza place one time. Fuck Extreme Pizza. Like it's gone now, but it was like right. It just opened, and there was a manager. His brother owned the Wingstop next door, and he was like, "Well, I want to get in business." And he had cameras in there, and he would just call and be like if it was slow, like it had just started, so like in the mid, like 10 o'clock in the morning, like there's not a lot of pizza business going on. And so you'd be like at the computer there, or you'd be doing something like, "Oh, are there any dishes in the sink?" And I'd be like, I don't know, I can go check. And, oh, why don't we get those done? And it's like he would just like call in on like literally like anything. And like if he saw you standing there for like a minute, like I understand, like if you're just like lingering around and loitering and doing nothing for long extended periods of time, like, and you're like, that's all that guy does. But it's like if you had a free second, he's like, "What's up? You want to go mop the back room? You're gonna go mop the back room." Looks like it. I was like, okay.
No,
all
but
right,
like we already have a pretty playful environment at our restaurant.
Cameras.
But I am also like the least professional of the managers, if you guys didn't know. So I just mess with people all the time. And that's all I would do. I'd be like, I'd look in, see them on their phone, I'd be like, "Hey, why don't you take a lap? Maybe cut some lemons, okay? I see you on your phone there. Stop playing Candy Crush. Just use outdated games."
How much candy you crushing, huh? Huh? You getting it? You got the
Hey,
shoots and the lattice business going, huh? You wordling?
I can see some schmutz on the floor next to you. Why don't you grab a mop?
You should just look up the Wordle word each day and then just call him, "But the word's this," and spoil it for him.
No, but me and the other managers, we have started using like young people slang for like the last 2 days, and it's
Did
fun.
You start saying things are P and things are not very P?
We do say P. There's a lot of lit. I use steez. Nobody else does. I'm trying to remember the other one, but like, I use a lot of no cap.
No cap's good.
And all of the servers are just like, "Why are you doing this?" And we're like,
I think even young people saying that's cap and that's no cap sound old.
Well, it started because one of the managers just started saying this one thing because he's like, "I'm hanging out with young people again." We were like, "Don't do it," and he kept doing it. After like 5 minutes, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm in."
Yeah, you sold me. You should sell all of them on Mirror Coin.
Mirror Coin,
which is really just mirrors.
Ooh, Mirror Coin, and our celebrity endorser will be Jamiroquai, because that sounds close.
Or Miranda Lambert.
I think it'd be easier to get Jamiroquai.
But she's a bigger name, so she'd be our Mark Wahlberg.
We can't afford her. We don't own that many mirrors yet. We can't afford her, man.
The thing is, price of mirrors is only going to go up.
Plus,
so what you're saying right
she's
now,
probably going to want to bring.
We're going to be worth a fortune.
She's probably going to want to bring
like
Blake
mirrors
Shelton
in my house right now.
I don't want to hang out with Blake. Oh wait, aren't they divorced?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. We Robert, you got to start keeping up with celebrity gossip so you can be our celebrity gossip guy.
You gotta be our TMZ guy. Have but you have to have like a barrel that you drink out of because they always have the weirdest water bottles. Like it's like a gasoline canister, and they're just like, yeah, so bro, like basically what's going on? It's like, why are you not at a desk? Like, we're just like laid back, just chatting it up.
I just drink out of a football helmet.
Yeah. it's like a skull because each week just make it something weirder.
It's my hands. I just cup water with my hands.
There's a spring behind you.
Or just use like a bowl, just like that.
You're actually drinking out of a bomb.
There's one day you just have a sponge and you just wringing it out.
Sponge cup.
It's like a fresh sponge. It's not been used and stuff. It's your water sponge.
It's a cup filled with saturated sponges because it holds more water that way.
It's a jar filled with sponges.
I can hold a full gallon in just one cup.
We're also selling those with the mirrors. Sponge jars are also going up.
I like it. I'm in.
There's only so much sponge in the world, you know? So, Robert, start getting your TMZ on, okay?
On it.
Maybe dye your hair like green.
What if every week Robert had to pick one TMZ story and bring it to us and tell us what's going on in the world of celebrities?
I think we talk about some TMZ stories on most of the podcasts.
Yeah, but like I just picture Robert not knowing any of the names from a full week of news, so he just randomly selects a story.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll make that happen.
Oh, did you hear Jamiroquai went into Miracoin?
I feel like what would Jesus do is kind of dying down a little bit. So maybe we replace that with like Robert's RMZ.
I mean, if you're not a man of your word, I mean, you always said we just do it as long as we got questions.
I mean, they're trailing off. So unless we get much more questions,
we still have some questions.
Who knows? Who knows? But
you know who knows? Jesus knows.
Jesus does know. He does know. And that's what we're going to be doing next is what would Jesus do segment, where all you got to do is tell us what you think Jesus might find, like a spot that Jesus might find himself in today's time. A lot of times the what would Jesus do bracelets were supposed to guide you, but I always felt like they should just tell you what to do in specific situations instead of just, what would that guy do? Like, I don't know. It seems like it makes more sense to answer my question instead of just me ask the question out loud and get nothing back. So hit us up with a spot or a situation Jesus would find himself in today's time. Use the hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassGradyPod on Twitter. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote the stream, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our buddy Adam the Cop at Deputy 83T12 on Twitter. Soon to be dad in several months. We got to break that news last week. Congrats again on the sex, Adam. Adam says, would Jesus stick to his traditional Jesus sandals or would he switch to the amazing Crocs? I think he'd rock some camo Crocs.
This is another one that I feel like we've answered before in an answers question.
Maybe.
You got a bad memory.
I don't know. My thoughts would be no. I think that he would be a traditional Jesus, like they call them Jesus sandals.
Yeah, you gotta stick with your brand.
Jesus sandals. But the argument for Crocs is that they float. And you know who walks
but he
on
doesn't
water?
need that. He doesn't need them to float because he already does.
Right. You just talked me out of it. Great point. Great counterpoint. Counterpoint.
I would say the argument for Crocs would be, you can flip back the thing that goes behind the ankle and put it in sport mode. But
you could do water mode, land mode.
But also, but here's the thing. I mean, it's not like Jesus is running around. He's just strolling.
And he can float if he wants to.
Yeah.
The son of God, he can do anything.
No, he'd stick with the Jesus. Like, you got to stay on brand. Like, if I went vegan, it wouldn't make sense. It's not on brand for me.
Right.
You gotta stick with what is associated with you.
Yeah, it's their Jesus sandals. So I agree with that. Here's one that I just kind of thought of as we were doing that, just to piggyback on what would Jesus do is, do you think like, since he can kind of do whatever, because he's God's kid, like, do you think he just like, when he like at night, he like forgot to go get his canteen of water, put it on his bedside table, so he just like floated it over to him And like he's
No,
like,
he
I
just-
probably it looks greedy to be doing that in public, but when I'm by myself, like I'm doing all this crazy shit. Like he lights the candles from afar, just like wizards it. Like I bet he
Well,
did that.
I was gonna say, like, the glass is probably still just sitting there from the night before. He just taps the glass and refills.
Right, but he did all that stuff. Like Jesus wasn't going to the well at night, late at night, right? Like he was like, all right, good, boom, refill.
Yeah, 100%.
Why wouldn't you? Not to show off in public. He's a selfless guy, but like when you're by yourself.
Yeah, you're all
Refill
comfies
that
in
shit.
bed.
Yeah,
You don't want to
exactly.
get up.
All right. And then the best thing about like Jesus is if you wake up and you don't take your glass of water and put it in the sink, you just like come back up at night and you're like, and it's wine with dinner. Done.
Smart.
2 drinks, 1 dish. Saves you time. They didn't have dishwashers back then.
Just only
Jesus
had
probably
one
did.
cup.
Yeah, that's all there was. That's all it was.
One Jesus, one cup.
I don't like that title. Don't like that at all.
I do.
What I do know is that Jesus would buy into Mirrorcoin for sure. He would be a big mirrors guy, and I think he would heavily invest. So if you'd like to invest, hit us up and hop in the Mirrorcoin game. Also, it'd be really funny if we just started trolling the cryptocurrency people and be like, Dogecoin, fuck you. Mirrorcoin's where it's at. And just we'll act like we know something that people don't know. Well, don't you have to have isn't there like a code for Bitcoin where it's like $BTC or whatever? We need to come up with like a crazy like abbreviate like MRIR.
MRR coin.
MRIR coin. Something like that. Yeah, it's just coin.
Yeah, people enjoy Joe for Joey Burrow, so
we'll just keep that going. We'll think of something better,
coin.
but nothing you can invest in better than mirrors right now and Mirrorcoin. Southern Star Brewing Company, that's a pretty good thing you can invest in though. Invest in some Southern Star beverages. You want the traditional bombshell blonde. I had some friends. I went to the UFC fights this past weekend. My phone was below 20% when I was trying to get an Uber, and I was like, fuck, like there's no way that I'm going to find that, like they're going to route an Uber to me. My phone's not going to be dead by the time that like I'm trying to like find them in downtown. But ran into some friends from college and they were like, you know what, buddy? We can give you a ride home. And they came over, wanted to see the podcast studio. I gave them some PTG stickers and stuff. Shout out, guys. But gave them some Southern Star. I had some Southern Star in the studio. And they're like, is that strawberry bombshell blonde? I was like, absolutely. Would you like to take a case? Gave them each a case of it. They love it. Love the stuff. But they were so excited about that that one of them forgot to take his phone and left his phone here. And we had to play a game of phone tag the next day where it was like, hey, I got your phone. I need to give it to you. That was a fun little, not cool for him. I should have told John to send that in, but still got to send some people away with some Southern Star. They were very happy campers. Very happy campers. And you're going to be a happy camper too whenever you buy a Southern Star beverage. Pat, what are you drinking right now, Southern Star wise?
I'm back into my final Krampus pack. Right now, I've got day 7, the Nikolaus Belgian style blonde ale. It's wunderbar. I'm a big fan of it.
Wunderbar. Yeah, I've been crushing bombies lately. Just going with the old school bombshell blondes.
That's what I had during the Super Bowl.
So always a good one. Yeah.
Brought a 12 pack over
here.
to my buddy's dad's house. We were all crushing some bombies.
Yeah, nothing wrong with bombies. There's something for everybody. If you go up to the brewery, 3525 North Fraser Street, let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. We even have a flag there by where you get your tokens for your beers. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll be like, what's up, brother? Or what's up, sister? And they'll hook you up because they are family. You are family. You're in the Gravy Gang. We're all one big family. And they'll let you try all the beers. You're going to find one you like. I promise you there's not a bad one in the bunch. And then also in April, we said we would have a date today. We do not have a date today, but we will have a date next week. I'm promising you we'll have a date next week. Robert reminded me to give a date.
Maybe.
For next week. But
also this Sunday,
our beer release, Darling Like a Marlin 2, Electric Boogaloo, the Mango Sour, that's coming out in April. So stay tuned for that. We're doing a live broadcast at the launch. Pat, what were you saying?
I was gonna say this Sunday, not only is it their regular crawfish Sunday, but they've got Blondes, Beads, and Bugs. Pre-game party to tune up for Mardi Gras. Live music with Bayou Sounds Band and Crawfish with D's Cooking. Bayou Sounds is authentic Cajun music, back porch style with a party in mind. Go up there, listen to some Cajun music, eat some crawfish, start getting ramped up for Mardi Gras. It's coming.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Sunnyside Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world, and the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Who wants to start?
I'll go. I'm gonna start off with I was driving to work yesterday and I saw one of the biggest asshole drivers I've ever seen in my life. I'm going down I-10 and I just hear this guy coming because he's got, of course, a Mustang. Completely blacked out, but like
You didn't
the
like it 'cause
paint
it was
doesn't
black?
look no, but it's like the paint doesn't look that good. Like it's also like he tinted his windows and everything, but like it's not like metallic black
You
or
didn't
it's
like it
not like
because it was really black.
it's not the matte black. It's just like a shitty paint job, but also just the loudest muffler you can fucking modify to that guy that you hear
What was
coming down
it like?
I-10. And so you hear him coming from like 200 yards behind you. He just flies past me. I'm in the far left lane. I'm going 75. And about 50 yards in front of me, there's a group of cars. So instead of just getting in one lane and seeing which one's going to go faster, try to go no. He puts the center of his car on the dotted line and just gets up on the asshole of the two cars in front of him, trying to split them. Like getting like up on their fucking bumpers. There's nowhere for them to go unless the guy in the left-hand lane just drives into the breakdown lane, which you're not going to do going that fast because there's debris and shit in there. And he's just like in there. Finally, he decides, I can't do this. Slows down a little bit.
Spoiler alert.
And then swerves across 3 lanes of traffic, cutting off another dude that is legitimately 3 lanes over. Dude had to slam on his brakes so then he could just hit the gas and fucking jet down the highway again. I was like, that's the biggest asshole I've ever seen on the road. Like, dude, you legitimately tried to like get inside the bumper of 2 cars to get them to each get out of their lane a little bit so you could jet through, not in a lane.
Hey, Vin Diesel, chill the fuck out, dude.
I told my coworkers if this was Grand Theft Auto, I would have chased that guy down and killed him.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
he
would have been
he
cool to
deserves
do
that. He deserves that.
That is like the biggest. Like I actually saw a video of somebody trying to do something like that the other day, and they got in the breakdown lane you were just talking about, and they tried to cut in front of it, and then they couldn't make the turn, and the car just fucking wrecked. But it was fucking like, fuck you, dude. Like none of the other cars got
deserved
fucked. It was just like, tight, dude. That's what you get, man.
Here's my
Good
next.
thing you were going so fast, right?
Yeah. Like, look, I mean, that guy didn't try and do that because he understood I'll fuck up my car if I do that. But like, just trying to split people is asshole move. My next one,
living
it's
up to a
crazy that this isn't my number one. You can't really see it too well on camera there. You can kind of see it. See that red mark there? I'm missing my fingernail from that to the outside. Because on Super Bowl Sunday, I was going to my friend's dad's house. I was like, oh, I'll make this. So as I'm cutting it, I'm chopping up some basil. And let me preface this by saying I've worked in a restaurant for 8 years, used knives, never once even nicked myself. I'm back at home. I do it. I cut the basil and I go, you know what? Let me get a little bit more basil. Chop, 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 chop. Bink. And I just took a chunk off of my fingernail. Like, didn't actually cut my finger at all anyway. It bled a lot for a little bit because, you know, I got into I guess that's the cuticle underneath it, if that's what or no, cuticle's at the top. It's the undernail. The undernail, whatever the fuck that's called. But I literally just, and I was able to like pick it up and see like, oh, that's a chunk of my fingernail that's now gone. Bled like a son of a bitch for a whole day. That's why if you saw my waffle pictures, the blue Band-Aid I was wearing, it was because of that.
It did show grit and determination.
And it looked
you played through it. You played.
Yeah,
a lot of people would have. Robert might have thrown in the towel. I don't know.
Did you rice? Did you rice bet?
No, actually, what I did when I was at home for a while, I just took a paper towel and wrapped that for a while, and then eventually got a Band-Aid. I don't have any rice.
You
I
should
didn't
have
have any
bought
rice. I'm not going to go buy
You work at a restaurant.
Millionaire.
You work at a restaurant.
I wasn't at the restaurant when it happened. I wasn't at the restaurant for a full 24 hours. By that time, it had like stopped bleeding.
I think, yeah, you should have gone the rice method, dude.
It had stopped
We just
bleeding by
talked
that
about
point. I
this.
didn't need it, but it did look gnarly.
For
But
a
so
health
it's already
expert, you don't know
starting to grow
shit.
back. It was pretty good. It never really hurt though. And actually, I was disappointed when I got to work the next day. I grabbed the antiseptic spray to like spray it, make sure it was clean. I was like, oh, this is gonna burn. No, like I wanted to burn.
Yeah. That is always a cool thing. Like, fuck you, germs.
Like, oh, you're getting it.
Suck
And,
a
like,
dick, germs.
I almost considered sprinkling some salt on it. I was like, I'm not gonna. That's just dumb. but it's because I wanted to burn, but I didn't do that.
At
My
that point, you just wanted the
main,
pain.
my main, not cool. So I finally decided, if you guys are watching the audio version, you're probably, oh, Pat, look, I don't want to say I look better. I probably look worse because my lighting is better. I went out, I bought a webcam with a ring light attached. I bought a whole boom mic that if you're watching the video, you can see right there. Yeah, I'm not using either one of them though, because if you watched me and Alex's pre-Super Bowl prop bet thing, you could see that the audio quality wasn't very
It was really
good.
just like a video test, and then we disguised it as us talking about gambling.
But it was because
it was basically a phone call that we would have had anyways. So
yeah,
we were just like, do you want to just do it on Zoom?
yeah. The video quality, it wasn't bad because I bought a bad webcam or anything like that. It was bad because my laptop's not powerful enough to run this external webcam and the microphone and Zoom at the same time. Like it worked okay. There was a little bit of internet. I kind of cut out for like 10 seconds at one point, but I realized it's just because this laptop only has 4 gigs of RAM and isn't powerful because I bought a fucking Chromebook and they're all pieces of shit. So now I gotta, and then added on to this not cool is I was like, all right, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a splitter so that I can plug the microphone at least, so I can have even better audio quality, and plug that into my iPad, which I'm currently using. I'm not even using the webcam for anything other than the ring light. But I didn't get it on Amazon. I was like, I'll just go to the store and get it because I had to run some errands Wednesday morning anyway. 4 stores today. 4 stores I went to. They don't sell that anymore. In fact, you could tell, like, they still have the stickers. You can tell they pulled them out because now the lightning cable isn't the thing anymore. It's that new, what do they call it, Robert? USB
C?
It's whatever it is. It's the oval one. Yeah, they'll sell those, but they won't sell the other ones because they're trying to force you to upgrade to this other shit. So I waited until today. Of course, I didn't do it the last 2 days. Now it arrives tomorrow, so I'll at least be able to use my microphone. And I bought one, so it'll split, and I can use the microphone and the webcam. But I guess it doesn't matter. Why did I buy that one? Because I'm still going to use. We'll see. We'll test it along the week. Which camera is better, this one or the iPad one? But if I'm running all this through the iPad, then it's probably going to be shit again. Basically, this is a long one saying I probably have to buy another fucking laptop.
That's what I was, yeah, you're gonna have to buy a computer.
Either that or I just buy one with better RAM,
But
like a RAM upgrade, and then I have to install that on my laptop, which I don't know how to fucking do.
Do you remember though when you bought the computer and you were like, I'm just gonna get the cheapest computer? I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, you'll have a computer. But I was also like, but you get what you pay for, and there's a certain amount of things like I'm always down for the cheaper version of stuff, but it's like toilet paper, mattresses. If it's a computer, like I know you don't use the computer as much as Robert and I, but it's like having a computer that's nails, like that's awesome. And like it lets you do whatever. And then you did this thing you wanted to do anyways. You bought the cheapest one, and now look what happened.
But here's the thing:
past you is kind of a not cool.
For this one, I don't want to say small portion of my life, but this one thing that it can do. Everything else I need the computer for, it does wonderfully. I'll run 4 different tabs at a time watching hockey games. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, China fucked everything up, and we have to do most of this over Zoom now. We used to do it in person.
No, I'd say like about 1/8 of your life you've done this podcast.
I'm not going to check the math on that.
That's a good portion of your life.
Okay, but sorry, we've been doing it like this for 1.5 years.
But still, but you could have also brought the computer and used it to do stuff, and then used it to do like the prep work and stuff on. Like, there's all kinds of things. It's all kinds of things. I understand you don't use it for that stuff.
I don't.
It's like for computers, it's worth having the it's worth it, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
you have
I
to buy
just spent a bunch
MacBook,
of
you don't
money
have to
on
buy a
Vegas, and I
MacBook.
don't have like
No, I get you. I get you. I'm not trying to. I'm
MacBook.
not financial shaming you. I'm not trying to financial shame you, but I remember that conversation be like, I just think you should make sure because the cheap ones are cheap usually for a reason.
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand anything about RAM and stuff like that. And I asked you, and you're like, I don't fucking know either. So I bought this. I didn't know 4 gigs of RAM wasn't going to be enough to run multiple programs on. And also, I wasn't aware that just everything you buy now doesn't have a good camera. Like, why would it? I think this laptop was made last year. Why did it have a camera that is worse than, or basically the same quality of the camera on the laptop that I had in fucking college? Like, it's just a bad camera. Why would they even put bad cameras?
I don't know. Do you think is my camera bad, Robert? It's not like you have like a really good camera on, like, but that's not your computer camera. Like, do you think my camera is? I think my camera is decent.
Yours is solid.
Decent. Gets the job done.
I mean,
Yeah.
I bought a Chromebook and they're piece of shit laptops, but like, why would bad cameras even be made anymore? It's cheap. Cameras are cheap. Like, it's not like the technology is there.
I get why you're upset.
They put a 10-year-old camera into a laptop for no fucking reason. How was I supposed to know that was going to happen?
Sell it cheap.
Yeah, I get that, but like, come on.
No, I get you. That is frustrating, and it's like when it's technology, like that, I lose my shit when it's stuff like that. You're like, oh my god, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? But luckily, it didn't happen during the podcast. We were smart, or you were smart, and we're like, let's test this shit out. So like, we tried that out, and you're like, this would have, like, it could have gone bad, and then you would have to connect during the pod. Like, it could have been a lot worse. This is a big behind the scenes, not cool, but yeah,
it's just,
I get you.
This is what happens when you don't learn anything about anything that's actually applicable in real life. I don't know anything about cars or computers.
Your son,
I know
Skylar.
about sports.
Ask your son Skylar what you should do.
Yeah, Skylar, let me know. Like, can I just buy more RAM and install that
What
on
the
the
fuck,
laptop?
son?
I've looked it up.
You didn't
Like,
help
if I just upgrade-
didn't help your father.
I'm going to send you the specs of my laptop, and if I just upgrade the RAM, will it be able to run everything okay? Or do I need to get more processing power at the same time? You guys know about computers out there? Let me fucking know. I don't want to buy a new
computer
laptop.
heads? Let us know.
Because, like, I mean, I can get another laptop with more for a couple hundred, but like, I'll get a MacBook. But like, why? I don't need 2 laptops. I'm just getting mad at myself for wasting fucking money. What am I gonna have? One
3
specifically
laptops
for the
now.
podcast and one specifically for porn?
I have never watched porn on the one that I'm on, so yeah, that's what you do.
I'll have a work one and then a work one.
The work one. You just put different stickers on them, so you'll know the difference.
You know what the fucked up thing is? I'll probably still
One
use
has
the
a
porn
lady-
one when I'm streaming hockey at work.
That doesn't
Not with
count,
porn
though, 'cause
on
it's
it.
like it's your porn and sports one.
Yeah, because see, that's it. That's why one's a work and one's a work.
Mm-hmm. When you're working, you knob. When you
And actually,
working.
because if I bought the MacBook, it would just stay right here and I would never unplug it. So
Robert, do you have a separate setup? Like, is the computer you're sitting at right now, is that your jerk off computer too? Sam's in the room, but she can't hear, right?
No. No, to
It's not. It's not.
No, the answer
it's
is no.
oh, this one's not your jerk off.
This is
one.
not, so
Okay.
you have another jerk off computer.
Yeah, gotcha.
You a phone guy? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess I would say mostly phone.
I always feel like
I've got a
phone-
buddy that like watches movies on his phone too. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I always admire people that are able to do that because I'm like, this is too fucking small.
Yeah, he's like, no, at night I just put it on the phone. I'm like, you've got a TV in the room? He's like, yeah.
I mean, in a pinch, it works. But that's what like tablets are for, though.
I just
Tablets
yeah,
are, like on the go, they're bigger. They got a bigger screen. It's like this is accessible.
I mean, I want like when I lay down in bed at night, laptop, Netflix, or whatever the fuck it is, and then I pass
You
out.
just turn it off by pushing the button, like, or hit the like.
Or you just
fade
close
out.
it.
Yeah, like a computer. It's like.
I mean, occasionally you fucking have to rewind 4 episodes the next day, but it is what it is. You find it pretty quick.
It happens.
Yeah.
Like we
All
learned
right,
a lot
then.
about everybody there. Robert, what's your not cool?
So there's some lawn maintenance happening. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but that's part of the not cool. One of my cards, my
You want a
bank
bad
cards.
lawn?
No, there's just lawn work happening right now. I don't know if you can hear it or not.
No, I can't. I just like you hate having a nice looking lawn.
No, just that
Okay.
it's happening right now during the podcast.
No, I get you.
One of
I
my,
mean, you could probably do it yourself then, but okay.
One of
Wow.
my bank cards is expiring, so I'm getting a new one soon. So I'm gonna have to replace everything that's on auto pay.
That is the worst. When they mail it to you and it's like it ends on this date. You're like, fuck.
And now I have another one that I had an Astros one that the bank partnered with MLB and like, yeah, I'll just get an Astros one. I like the Astros rather than just being the boring plain one. But I got an email like last week or so, like, oh, our partnership with MLB ended, so we're sending you a new one for that one too. So I'm gonna have two cards that I had to replace everything with. That I had to update
You Bank of
everything.
America?
Yeah.
I had a
Oh,
Yankees
so-
card and they stopped doing that with me too. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got the Red Sox one when I was 18, and I've always had a Red Sox one. I didn't know. Okay, so my next one's not gonna have Red Sox. Good to know. Oh wait, does the one? I don't even know. Maybe that already ended on my card.
Yeah, that definitely already ended.
But I don't know if I've gotten a new
Mine
card
was a
since
couple
it
years
ended.
ago. Because they mailed.
Oh, you know what?
I
Yeah.
had to replace
That's
one. And
true.
they
I
just gave me the red one. I was like,
completely
fuck. Because I remember I was like, do y'all have like other cool cards I can get? Like,
Yeah, I
like-
remember asking at 18. I was like, "Do you have Packers?" And they're like, "No, we don't have NFL." And I was like, "Fuck!"
It's like, well, could you make one?
Like, no, we don't.
Can
We don't
you-
do that.
Can you put my
It's a
podcast
partnership.
logo on? They're like, you can't just customize every card with anything you want. Like, well,
Why not? Which, by the way, if you charge me an extra $50 that I could put past the gravy on my thing,
Like
like
a custom license plate.
as long as it's not, you're like, this is my podcast. As long as it's not like a league that you
You
guys
probably
don't
have
have
to
rights
approve
to.
it, and it's not worth like the trouble for them, though. I get that.
They don't want a card to be found associated like, oh, look, this is a Bank of America card
I
with
think
the swastika
Capital
on it.
I think Capital One used to do a thing where you could like upload the picture, and it was like the guy would upload a picture of him holding a fish on the commercial. So I think you probably could, but yeah, I had the Yankees card, and it was like they didn't have the Giants, so I went Yankees, and then I was like, well, what else do y'all have? There's nothing, and now we just are plain Janes like everybody else with our stupid red cards. But that is the worst when you're like trying to remember, like, okay, so I had this on that card, I had this on that card, I had this on that card. Now you have to log in, and it's like sometimes you forget the password to something that you haven't had to update in a while, and you're like, crap, what email did I use for that? What was my email for this one that I didn't like? Then you're just like, I'm just gonna stop paying. I did have a subscription thing that just I didn't care about anymore, and when I got a new card, I just didn't ever change it, so didn't get the subscription stuff anymore. But that was my way of canceling it.
Dude, there's a bunch of colleges that they team with on BOA.
We don't need to run down the like.
No, we're not. I
Novelty
clicked on the thing though, and I was like, oh, I'll have to check this later. I probably still want to get my college on there, but I know Alex would.
I would, because I care about my college. I care about my alumni. You should get like Harvard. Like if you don't have to go there, just be like, yeah, whatever.
That would be fucking funny. And it looks like they've got some professional football teams too.
Okay, well, we'll talk about this after the pod.
Sorry, yeah. You can't let me get distracted.
My not cool is that I got a jury summons.
Nice.
Oof.
I got jury duty, and I'm just making sure that right now I want to have this clip. I do have a podcast, and I talk about things that I do in my everyday life. And I just, I really hate, I would hate it if I like talked about whatever was going on in any case that I happened to be selected to a jury on. I think I should have kept that a secret. I shouldn't have said anything about that. And now look at me just rambling on. I'm bad about telling things that I see, and I would hate it if I were to fuck up a court case. So you should probably not pick me for a jury.
And it's crazy too, because they might be like, oh, you do it once a week. This is gonna be wrapped up in 2 days. You also have a morning radio show.
How's a morning radio show? I have a Big Brother podcast. I have a soccer and football podcast. I do, there's all kinds of opportunities.
Mogul.
Hours a week. I am talking about things that happen to me. And it'd be a real shame if they had to leave me off of a jury because I might do that.
Heartbreaking. Because I know you want it. I
Can
know
I
you
just get out
want
of
to do
it?
it.
Can you fucking get out of jury duty? What if I just say I didn't get the summons? We'll cut the part out where I talked about my summons.
I don't think that works. I think you're still responsible.
Yeah. Fuck.
Like, no, we sent it to your current address. Be like, well, the mail fucked up. No, we don't believe you. Now you have a $600 fine.
Well, like now they have those people that like bust open mailboxes and like steal shit. Like, what if that happened?
That's true. That's very true. That could happen.
I don't want to play that. It seems like it'd be bad karma, but like I also don't want to get picked for a jury. But that's a pretty
Oh, it's
easy
horrible
excuse,
karma.
though, right? They just be like, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. My job is
Guys,
talking. I'm gonna
I'm
talk
really
about it.
dumb and I'll accidentally mention it because I can't help myself.
Yeah,
It's
for
my
4 hours-
job.
For 4
to
hours in
talk.
the morning every weekday, I talk to like Houston work traffic, and it would be a real shame if I just blurted out shit from this case to the city that's listening to a certain station. I'm not saying I would, but it would just be a real shame if that happened. A real shame if it happened. That, by the way, then I just give them some like bullshit drama from somewhere. I'm like, yeah, that happened. And I'm talking about that now.
No. Oh, this is the case. Oh, yeah. We've already talked about that.
Yeah. I also, I know a cop. Adam the cop. I know a cop. So I might be like, I'm just going to side with the cop. I don't know.
Also, if
Or
you pick
Adam was
me-
mean to me and I'm going to side against the cop. That's how it works. Like, I don't know. I fluctuate back and forth. I change my mind all the time.
You don't let me go. Maybe my friend Frankie Ocho pays you a visit in your mailbox. Maybe he doesn't. We don't know what he's going to do.
What if I say Frankie Ocho kept me from getting the jury summons? Oh, no. We don't take those.
No. I got
No,
this
no, 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 no,
spider
no.
who's in waste management, and he lives in my mailbox. Sometimes things disappear. Sometimes they fall off a truck. I can't be held responsible.
They fall off a web. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on the web. That wasn't on the web when I got here.
I mean, that's how we came up with Frankie Ocho. He was intimidating mail carriers.
Oh, no.
I don't ask him. I don't
We don't
ask
bring
him
those
what he
here.
does. Allegedly, he was intimidating.
That's
I don't
word
ask
of
him his
mouth.
business.
Word of mouth is the word. Don't quote us on this.
He allowed me one time to ask him about his business. Never again.
He said one time, but he did have 8 legs when he said it. So I don't know. Maybe it means one time, 8 times. Who knows? Who knows?
All I know is you don't want to meet Frankie.
You don't want Frankie to
Let's
pay you
leave
this.
it at that.
Do you like getting mail? Because if you like getting mail,
That's what we need.
Don't
is
want
a
Frankie
fucking-
visiting.
We need a Frankie Ocho fucking
it's like
shirt.
filter your mail.
Like a shirt. Like
Oh,
a
I
spider
thought you meant a
wearing
real
like
Frankie
a
Ocho.
Godfather style suit.
Just do like a shitty Spider-Man logo. With an
No,
8
I want
in
a
the middle of
spider
it.
wearing a mobster suit, maybe even the fucking little mobster hat.
No, Spider like a knockoff Spider-Man logo with like a pinstripe, like it's pinstripes inside, like a suit.
Frankie Ocho.
Print those shirts. Print the shirts. Print
Idea
the
man.
shirts.
Idea man.
We can definitely make that happen. That'd be really funny. It's just Frankie Ocho in the Spider-Man font. What the fuck is this?
That would be great. I think that shirt would actually sell pretty well for us.
So like 4 people.
I was gonna say, I was like, I know at least 4 off the top of my head that would get it.
Mark that down. That'll be the limited edition one that you only have
Yeah.
the 2 weeks to buy, because it's like after that nobody's gonna fucking think, what is this? What is this
Josh
thing?
will get it, probably Todd. I could see Adam.
Yeah, no,
Brett.
there'll be a couple people that get it, but they,
Like I said, 4 off the top of my head. That might be the only 4.
who's Frankie Ocho? Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
get
It's
it.
a spider. The spider we have that has an Italian accent. A gabagool. It'd be funny if it was the spider, but like his spider has it's doing the Italian thing. Yeah, like make it like the Spider-Man thing where he's got that, but like the far right leg just has the Italian emoji.
If the mail is not in order, I send it back.
If it is a jury summons, I send
I
that back
send
as
it
well.
back.
If it is a bill, send it back. Pizza Hut coupons, we'll take those. Wedding invitation,
Oh.
all right, acceptable.
Good, because I need a favor.
Voter registration card? Absolutely.
I can't vote though. We won't go into the reasons.
Junk mail? No. I wish we had like the ability to like do those like animated shorts. Like if I know how to do that, I would just make Frankie Ocho like
so many
30-second interactions.
So
no. No, sir, Mr. Mailman. Or mailwoman. No, sir.
You and your tiny shorts, get back in your car and drive away.
And no matter what, no rain, no sleet, no snow, no whatever, I'm gonna fucking be here on this fucking mailbox at all times. Try and get anything by me, you get the Ocho.
You think this is your mailbox? No. This is my mailbox. I run this mailbox. I say what mail comes and goes.
I am the king of the mail. You are not. I don't know you. You are not the king of the mail.
You came here with the jury summons. You broke my heart.
I think, yeah, Frankie Ocho would. Maybe that's my answer. I need to talk to Frankie, but also Adam the cop. I don't know if cops can get people out of jury duty, but maybe you could.
No, they can't. Fuck. Maybe family members because they have, but yeah, not just a guy from a podcast.
What if I just say I know a cop? I know a cop. You know Adam? You know you know Adam the cop? They're like, who? Adam? A cop named Adam? Yeah, you know him, right? I mean, you cops know each other?
Oh my god. More Frankie.
I don't know where this is going. But yeah, Frankie Ocho is our guy. All right. That was our not cool song. I went last. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the answer segment where you guys send us your questions. We do the pre-cum segment with our questions. Now you guys get a chance. We got some relationship advice. You got any other questions, a high thought you had? You were drunk, you came up with something you wanted to ask us, hit your boys up at Pass the Gravy Pod on the Twitter. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. Pat, tell everybody quickly about our friends at Alamo Remedy before we start the answers segment.
Man, I'll tell you, I wish, you know what, I didn't think about it, probably would have worked. When
Frankie
I cut off
Ocho
my
does not
fingernail,
send this back.
No, when I had cut off my fingernail, if I had just walked in this room and grabbed some of this delicious, not delicious, me and Alex always do that. This amazing smelling cucumber lotion. Maybe if I just dumped it in there, I'd have my full nail back by now. I don't know. The science is not in on that yet. It's very possible. I'm going to say it's possible. I don't know about plausible. It's possible. That would have been nice though. But unfortunately I got a dumb brain and I don't think ahead. But the guys and gals over at Alamo Remedy, they do think ahead. That's why they have so many amazing products. So, you know, we've always talked about the lotion, but they were thinking ahead. And they're like, what else? Bam, lip balm. Lip balm, game changer. Game changer. I know I said last week I was going to order it. I got drunk and forgot. Ever happened to you? Happened to me. But I and that's actually not cool that I should have added because I had some dry ass fucking lips this week. It really sucked and I needed it. But you know, such is life. I'm an idiot. I'm definitely going to buy some right now as soon as I'm done with this ad, though. But as well as the lip balm and the lotion, you know, we've always said you like smoking. You like the maybe it's a ritual. I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. It's most of the reason I dip anymore is it's just like it's a rally for my sports team. Maybe you're the same way with smoking a bowl, but you can't because you got a government job. You get the hemp flower. That's what you do. Maybe you got a sweet tooth. Like I say every week. I mean, gummy. Who doesn't love gummies? Gummies are the fucking best. My dumbass eats low carb now and I can't eat gummies and it's fucking stupid and I hate it, but otherwise I'd be 400 pounds by now. Gummies are great. They got the pills. If you have a daily regimen, you got the little pill box where it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Bam, just pop one in there every morning. Take your pill or your CBD, drop a couple drops of that into whatever you're drinking or just right underneath the tongue in the morning. There's no excuse not to be using it. We got 100 different delivery options. Not delivery. What's the word? To deliver it into your system. We got 100 options that you can deliver it into your system with. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Shout out to Melanie for using our promo code PTG at checkout. 10%
Melanie,
off.
yo.
You the best. Melanie Hawk. Shout out to her.
Thank you. Frankie Ocho's got your back.
She's a good egg.
One way or the other, though, you're gonna find something you love. There's too many good products that they have. There's something I missed. There's something I missed. I said the pills. I said the flour, the lotion, gummies, the
Tincture.
lip balm.
Tincture oil.
I did say the tincture too. Maybe I did. I got them all. And
All right.
one way or the other, guys, get yourself some Alamo Remedy. You're not going to regret it. It feels great. Every week I throw it on my shoulders during this because I hunch the whole time I'm doing this. 5 minutes later, I don't feel the soreness anymore.
Exactly.
It's always
perfect.
good.
It's perfect. Promo code PTG at checkout. You're gonna get 10% off
Use
your
it.
order, like our good pal Melanie did. And tag Alamo Remedy and at Alamo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. Alamo Remedy, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, let's start off with our podcast son, Skylar Lester. At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. Skylar says, if two vegans, so hold on, I was on the wrong thing. If two vegans are arguing, is it still considered beef?
No, because they won't have anything to do with it.
What? It's beyond beef.
Oh, it is. Because I don't know, are vegans so easily offended that they would argue more, or are they just advanced enough to where they wouldn't argue with each other because they're both so advanced?
No. Because like one person, like I feel like the hardcore vegans want to like tell the other vegans how much more vegan they are than the other vegans, where they're like, oh well, actually, I don't even eat eggs. I'm 100% vegan.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
you
just
definitely wouldn't if you're
vegetarian.
vegan.
But like some vegetarians can eat eggs, right?
No. Well, maybe that, but we said vegans. Vegans will not eat any product that comes from an animal, period.
Okay. But I'm sure, yeah. So they definitely will argue over like how much more vegan they are. Like, well, occasionally I've had chicken broth accidentally. And then
Like, oh,
I have
you
never
are
had chicken
literally
broth in my
Hitler.
life.
How could you do that?
Yeah. I think we have to call it Beyond Beef. You have Beyond Beef if you're two vegans.
Yeah.
And a beef.
Yeah, it's Beyond Beef.
Or you just have tofu.
That does sound like it could be
It's either tofu or Beyond Beef.
bro, they're having tofu right now. No, it's gotta be Beyond Beef.
Beyond Beef. Yeah.
Bro,
And it
they're
sounds like
Beyond
it's-
Beef right now.
Dude, that is beyond beef. It sounds like it's way more beefier than beef. It's like, dude, this is some drama. So I like Beyond Beef. Good question, Skylar.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Alex O weighs in at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter and says, is lasagna just pasta cake?
I'm actually gonna say no, because cake needs eggs. You gotta have eggs for cake.
But that's why it's pasta cake. It's like its own version of it, you know?
I mean, unless you're using pappardelle or some other egg noodle, because I don't know if lasagna noodles have egg in it. That's the big hang up for me on this.
It's well, you don't always have. Maybe you don't have to use egg, but to you, in your mind, you have to use egg. Robert, what do you think? Is lasagna just pasta cake?
No.
Fuck, Robert.
Mm-mm.
I think it kind of is. There's like layers to it. It is basically like pasta's version of cake.
I mean, not every cake has layers, though.
But pasta cake does.
But you get what I'm saying? Like,
It's served kind of like a cake.
I mean, not really.
A sponge cake, more like a sponge cake.
I mean, mostly. I don't know. I wanna say yes, but I can't. I don't. Lasagna's lasagna, man. Just enjoy it for what it is.
I'm getting outvoted in this. I wanted to play the
You
game.
are.
I wanted to say it was pasta cake. I was outvoted. So apparently, it's
I
not. I think they are
want
wrong.
to. I want to be on the fun side
I
of
think if
these
you
things.
wanted to, you would make sure. And
But
you just there's times where you don't.
I'm authentic. Okay. I can't be what
Full
I'm
of
not.
shit, and you're wrong, is what you are.
Hey, you watch your tone.
I'm gonna tell Frankie Ocho, anybody ever delivers lasagna to your house, tell him no.
Hey.
No. We
You're
will
talking
have
to
no
me all
lasagna
wrong.
at this house. We'll have
You're
no
talking to
lasagna
me
at this
all
house.
wrong. Okay, you do it again.
We
I'm
don't
gonna
have
stab you
lasagna in the
face with
Ocho
a soldering
household.
iron. Well, first of all, Frankie Ocho's my boy. You don't try and co-op my friend.
Frankie Ocho.
Frankie Ocho came from
Frankie
my mailbox,
Ocho.
not yours.
Frankie Ocho.
You don't even have a mailbox, you fucking jamoke.
I do have a mailbox.
You don't. You have a
It's mini
mail slot.
mailboxes.
You
I have
got a mail
mailboxes.
slot.
I have
I got a
mailboxes, which
mailbox,
Frankie would
okay?
have Frankie would be doing a better service to our entire community
The original
by watching
discussion,
more mailboxes.
we talked about how Frankie would raise the flag himself.
But it
You
wasn't
got
on
no
your
flag
mailbox.
on your mailbox. I got a mail. Yeah. What do you
No, it
think
was
we
another
were talking
question.
about?
It was somebody else's question. Is if there's a spider in my mailbox, is it my problem or should the mailman deal with it?
Yeah, but then we started talking about my mailbox. Frankie's my boy. Okay. You don't try and co-op my
You don't
boy,
talk to
okay?
you don't know Frankie like I know Frankie.
You never met Frankie.
You want to
know
fucking
Frankie through me.
Hey, you try and pretend like you know Frankie, like you don't know Frankie. You gotta be sleeping with the flies, my friend. You're sleeping with the flies.
Oh, you won't even see Frankie coming. He'll drop down on you and
Done. You're done.
I'll have Frankie deliver the black dot to you, the black hand.
He's a brown recluse black widow hybrid. Deadliest spider of all kind, time.
You think you know what Frankie is? You don't know Frankie.
Exactly. I know Frankie.
Frankie would never tell you what he is. It's part of
Frankie.
It's part of the mystery of Frankie.
He tells me.
Oh, you think he tells
me.
you? He tells you what I tell him to tell you.
I know he tells you because he tells you what I told him to tell you to tell me to tell him to pretend that he told you.
You don't even know what he told you.
You don't know what's being told. Nobody knows what's being told, and I don't think any of us know what's being told.
Even Penn and Teller don't know what they're being told. Okay.
What do we got next? Let's go with Zach Woodruff at Surf the Void on Twitter, and Void is a 1, not an I on his Twitter account. Zach says, "What would be more embarrassing, showing someone your browser history or showing someone your calculator history?" Which is kind of funny because how many times are like whenever I calculate the tip, I always fuck up in my head, or I'm always scared I'm gonna fuck up in my head. I'm like, okay, well, 13.12. If I add $8 to it, you have to I still will use my calculator app and it looks like I'm an idiot. So I don't know, especially on this computer. I don't look at porn on this computer. Yeah, check my browser history here.
See, that's the thing about it, is that I'm not ashamed of my browser history when it comes to porn.
Guy watches porn. Guys watch porn.
Guys watch porn. I talk about it with people at work all the fucking time. Like the other managers talk about that shit. I talk about it on here. We got Robert to Google clothed female nude male earlier. And it's a subject that I know about, not just that I've seen.
You're an expert on, honestly.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert.
Kind of.
But I've dabbled in the field.
Just kind of an expert.
I'm not embarrassed by that. I'm also not embarrassed by my fucking calculator history, in that sometimes I do simple math on there because I don't fucking feel like thinking about it. Okay, it just is what it is. I feel like sometimes I probably Google some dumb shit. Like,
yeah, I just don't. I like if
how
you
does
just
the
put both of if you put them all on a screen, like I would probably not want yeah, you go. It's the weird Googles like, how many eggs does it take to kill a guy? And it's like, wait, what were you trying? Were you trying to kill someone? I was like, no, I was just saying like how many eggs somebody could eat without dying.
I would probably say calculator. Just because
you'd be more embarrassed.
I think I could be more easily roasted for it. Like I said, whether it's the porn or just the random shit I Google, if somebody tries to make fun of me for it, I could always defend that. I think 1, I was horny, or 2, I wanted to know the answer. Like, that's weird. But if somebody was like, dude, you really said, what is 23 plus 14? And I'm like, yeah, that was fucking stupid of me. Yeah, you can make fun of me for that one. So I'll go calculator, because I'm not ashamed of anything I Google. I'm not ashamed of anything I fucking Google.
What is?
I'll
my
openly
Google?
discuss it. I mean, think of the things I've admitted on this podcast over the years that were not asked, and I just brought it up myself. I have no
My
shame.
Google searches on my phone: USA, Slovakia hockey. I was trying to find the time that it came on. Dirt bar address, Houston. I went to there for before the UFC fight. Rod Ryan show. I was trying to look up the website, so share something.
I don't know how to look this up.
Go to google.com and then just tap the thing.
Well, I
and
don't ever
it'll
use
pop up.
Google. I use Safari.
Well, then that probably doesn't do it. Then I have cooking, cooked filet mignon, temperature on grill, selective mute. Why did I pick select? I don't know. I don't know what that was. I was probably like, I heard something. I was like, I'm going to look it up. Valentine's Day. Oh, I was trying to find a background for the Big Brother podcast. Celebrity Big Brother 2022 schedule are the last ones that I have searched. So like, I don't think I'm super embarrassed by that, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would just become an idiot. I'm not good at math, so I would not be as embarrassed by anything that you made fun of me for math wise. And I'd probably like it would be weirder to like explain some shit on Google, not because it was weird shit, but just because like, I don't know. Robert, what about you? You're like a crystal clean, like CFNM is like the one flag that it'll flag you for, and you're just like, how to be nice.
And even that, I looked up in incognito mode.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't ever really use incognito mode.
I have so many dumb, like, dude, why did you Amazon VHS tapes? Yeah, well, I fucking wanted to know about VHS
I don't know the
tapes.
price of VHS tapes.
Such and such actress nude. Okay, well, that's pretty self-explanable. I mean, I have 19 searches for USB to Lightning converter. That's a lot of those.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean,
so I don't know. I would say I would rather not show. I would be more embarrassed probably just because of the browser. Like, I don't really care that I'm dumb at math.
See, the worst thing of mine is just how many times I'll Google the same thing like 4 times in a row, because instead of just scrolling, I'll just retype the way I scrolled it and hope that the first result is what I was looking for. That's like the dumbest thing in my search, because like Star Wars Rebels, Saw Gerrera, Star Wars Rebels episode, Star Wars Rebels, like, and I'm just looking for the same thing, but just not scrolling through what comes up right after. John Baker. Oh wait, no, I meant Jim Baker. There we go. Like, it's dumb shit like that. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot and I've got fat fingers and phones are small. I'm not embarrassed by that.
Robert, would you be more embarrassed by calculator history?
No, I think I'll go with browser.
Yeah, it's unanimous then. Browser history.
No, I said calculate.
Oh, I thought you were like,
No,
I don't give a shit if you look at my browser.
Exactly.
I don't. Okay, you're right.
I mean,
my bad. I got it all
yeah.
mixed up. Okay. So
I
Pat's
googled
the only
young
weirdo.
person slang yesterday.
You can just be like, I'm dumb. You don't really have to explain anything else after like, well, there was a serial killer documentary. So I looked up how to kill somebody with a bale of hay, and not because I'm trying to kill somebody, but because like you have less of a story you have to give.
I fucking Googled Nipsey Hussle at 3:00 in the morning last night to finally learn about that guy.
Why?
I saw a video on Twitter where like he started filming
like Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, you know what? I like the way that he started filming paparazzi with their own phone, and they were complaining, they were gonna call the cops, and he was just like, yeah, you don't like being filmed, do you, motherfucker? And then just toss their phone on the hood of their car, and I was like, okay, I fucking like this guy.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good question, Zach. Good question. Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter says, is it P or not P to put your pronouns in your email signature? And then she attached hers and it said like she, her, hers, or hers. So she attaches the pronouns in hers. I don't know. I think that's just kind of how people are now, right?
It's okay. I mean, like, I think I've said this before. I don't care whether you do it one way or the other, but I think if yours are obviously like what you present yourself as, I think it's unnecessary. I don't think it's a problem though.
I think
Like,
if
if I
the
put-
stigma that this sort of being like they're trying to change where it's like, hey, just because you look this way doesn't mean that this is how you are, you know? And
I get it, but
think
if
that's
I'm-
what it's trying to change. But like, I have not gone and updated my pronouns because I think you're
that's
like
it.
Alex looks like a dude. So it's like I am not helping that, I guess. I could do better, but I'm not gonna update it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we both obviously look like dudes. So unless you click on our profile and we don't have she, her, or they, them, or something like that, like, yeah, I think it's safe to assume when you look like I do that I'm he, him. Like, it's
I
I
just
feel
don't
like it's
go
a
around.
safe assumption.
I don't go around assuming other people's gender. I don't really care if they assume my gender.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if yours are what you obviously present as, I don't think it's problematic if you don't put them in there. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's, you know,
I think it's P.
I think it's
is
P.
it P or not
It's
P to
P.
put your pronouns in your email?
It's
It's
so
P.
it's P for pronoun.
Sure, it's P.
It's P for
P for
pronouns.
P is for pronoun. Today's letter is P.
Great question. I'm glad that we're still using P though, guys. That makes me happy. Let's go with Javier Perez at Silkies_man on Twitter. He says, do you think the top part of a mermaid also tastes like fish or red meat? Would there be a solid line where the meat changes in their body, or would it just kind of blend together? Could you do surf and turf with one carcass?
You can definitely do surf and turf with one carcass
What-
because the
this-
top half is meat.
This is a thing that's been happening lately, and it kind of bothers me, where they include like 5 questions in one question.
But it's giving us more like
No,
clarification.
No. We don't need your guidance. It's that, we take the question and then we go with it, right? It's not like,
'Cause honestly-
you guys need to calm down.
Is it just me? Robert can probably back me up. Have we answered this one before too?
I don't think so. I think you just assume we've answered every question.
Maybe it's just questions I've seen on the internet and I have the arguments in my head. But I think Robert's right in this fact. If you just asked, do you think the top part of the mermaid also tastes like like fish or red meat? I think we would get to the questions of would it blend, and
I think
could
people
you do
also
surf
like-
and turf with one?
I think people also like when they submit a question, they like giving like their thought on it. Like it's like, oh, do you guys think this? This is what I think. And so it's like he's like giving us the options. Like, I mean, like his thoughts are like, does it just like right where the tail starts, or like is it a blend together? Like he's giving us like the 2 choices, I guess, that he's doing.
It just seems like an abuse of power. They're like, ooh, let me sneak in a few questions.
The world is about abuse of power, Robert.
Yeah, the world is about abuse of power.
I'm fine with it both ways. I get Robert's point, but I'm cool with it anyway.
Yeah, it didn't bother me as much. Robert, chill out, dude.
Yeah,
The
Settle
audience
down,
needs
man.
to chill out.
Robert,
right?
Robert,
I'm
Robert,
fine.
you need to take some Alamo remedy and calm the fuck down.
I don't want to send
Okay.
Frankie Ocho over to you.
Oh, whoa. Frankie ain't going after Robert. Okay, Robert's cool.
Well, not right now. He's not.
Frankie handles problems, not complaints.
Bobby, I hear that you were supposed to put shirts out of me. Wear these shirts. Wear these shirts.
That one he might have a problem with.
I
I
want to
wanted
get shirts
to
for my
say,
family of 1,000.
One, yes, the top is going to taste like red meat. You can
Yeah.
do surf and turf with one. And I wanted to say that there's a straight line, but the way muscle tendons and fibers work, I think there is going to be a blend in that middle section.
Is it kind
So
of like
that's-
fatty?
that's
I was
gonna
just
be
assuming maybe
expensive.
that's like the fatty part, you know?
I think you're getting red meat and fish in that. So that's going to be like some sort of combination of
A little bit of
wagyu
both.
and fucking sushi, where it's going to be the middle section is going to be super expensive,
That's
but
the
probably
expensive part,
very
yeah.
delicious.
Mm.
Very
That's-
delicious,
that's-
though.
You're a
That's
cannibal at
market
that
cost.
point. You're a cannibal.
Okay.
That's why I
I'm-
only. That's why I
I'm
only eat
on
the
the
tail.
record,
That's
guys.
why I only eat the tail. I only eat the tail. I'm classy. I only eat the tail. I'm not a cannibal.
I'll go on the record.
We're not saying
right
we're
now,
eating
if
it.
was
We're just
legal,
saying
I
what would it
try
taste
human.
like.
I would try human if it was legal. I want to know what everything tastes like.
I wouldn't.
I
I
don't
don't
give
want
a
to eat
fuck.
myself. And I know it wouldn't be me, but I don't want to try to eat people.
I don't know if your marriage is going to last then, my friend.
So
If
I
you
mean-
know what I'm.
Oh yeah, I mean consume. I'm talking consume. You know. I'm
Oh,
talking about.
there you go. There you go.
I'll eat. I'll eat if you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, ladies.
I'm a fan of a
I'll eat
buffet.
a
let's put
whole
it that
lot.
way. I'll eat till you kick me out.
I eat out a bunch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking DoorDash. Robert just turned his camera off.
Holy shit. Yeah, probably because he's laughing
embarrassed.
harder than I am.
It's enough
He's
podcast
embarrassed.
for one day.
Robert, do you think it would taste like fish and red meat up at the top? Like it would be half and half, I think. And I think Pat's right where there'd be like the small middle portion. That's the expensive part. It's the most expensive part. But yeah, I don't think it's a blend for the most part.
I think it would be harder to tell if it was like a what's it called? A centaur?
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
where
it's
that like where
the
the
bottom
divide
part is like gamey.
Okay, but that's the thing then. If it's
The horse part
attached
tastes
to a
like horse.
sentient being, why would you eat any of it? You'd still be okay eating the bottom half of a mermaid because it's technically fish, but not the top half because it's technically a person. Same thing with the centaur. You would eat the like horse liver, but not the horse heart because it was part of a person. That's hypocritical. You're discriminating against sentient beings. Either you'll eat all of it and a human, or you can't eat any of it.
I
I
want
want to know what everything tastes like. There you go then. Okay, I'll respect that decision. I think it's a stupid ass decision. Because what if it's delicious?
I want to just make a Kanye meme where he's holding up the yellow legal pad. It just says, "What does mermaids taste like?"
That's another good one. That's another good. That's actually a great one. That's past good. That's great.
Done. Yeah, I think it's half and half though. Good
Half and
question,
half
even
with
though
some-
Robert didn't think so. I
With some
think it's a good
delicious
question.
shit in the middle.
Little mixy mix right there, but mostly it's half and
There you go.
half. Last question we got this week from our buddy Brett Brandon at Price of a ZJ on Twitter. He says, "Why is eating ass not called butthead?"
I don't know, but it should be. This is one of the favorite things that's been submitted, or one of my favorite things that's been submitted in a long time.
Yeah, I don't. The name's already there, you know.
Like, think about it. It makes Back to the Future so much funnier. Because every insult Biff goes, "You eat ass." Because he just calls everyone a butthead. So if you just
But
think in your head,
I feel like back
why-
then they had the Italian like mentality where it's like eating down there, you know, like whether it'd be the front butt or the back butt, you know. It was we don't do that. This is it. Like I think a lot of people used to go the Italian way. They don't do that.
Oh, definitely.
And
But it's
I
just
think
funny
you
to
know
me.
we've changed the game. Ass eating's cool now, guys. Ass eating's cool. Eating the puss is cool, guys. Right, Robert?
I want to watch a compilation of Biff calling everyone a butthead, but in
I
my
thought you were gonna
head,
say an ass eating compilation. A compilation.
a compilation, yes. But I want to just in my head replace
Google
every time he
compilation,
says
Robert.
butthead to Biff just yelling, "You eat ass." Is Biff on Cameo?
You
Hey,
eat ass.
McFly,
I eat
you
ass.
eat
We
ass.
all eat ass.
Yeah,
Ass
if I
eating's
could-
cool.
If I can get the actor that played Biff Tannen on Cameo to say, "Hey McFly, you eat ass," that would make me laugh till the end of time.
They were they're basically saying you're an ass eater when they call you a butthead. Like, yes, and my wife loves it. Like, that's what you do when somebody calls you a butthead. But yes, absolutely. Ass eating should be called butthead.
Yeah,
It's an open shut case right there.
dude, I gave her some butthead last night.
She got the best butthead of her life.
Dude, she gave me crazy butthead last night. I didn't think I was gonna be into it, but
I've never had
I
butthead
was.
before, but holy shit, changed the game.
we got in the shower. She gave me some butthead. It was nuts. Sprayed the wall.
That's a great question, Brett.
$200.
Great question.
$200 is how much Tom Wilson is on Cameo.
Okay, out of my price range.
Not doing it. Not worth it.
But if the Gravy Gang wants to get together and pool some money to get him to say McFly,
Spend your
you
money
eat
on something
ass.
else besides that, though.
No, I'm saying if we all pool our money together,
We
and
also,
everyone pays,
everybody
like, $20
spends. We should start a GoFundMe for $200. Like that's our goal. We really
We want to get an
say
actor to say
butthead,
something
though.
funny.
I think we would get
Oh
all of
my
our accounts
God.
frozen. So yeah, great question, Brett. That was a great way to end everything, especially because it was at the butt of the podcast. Get it?
Ooh, that's
Get
nice.
it?
That's
So
nice.
I'm at Alex J. Middleton on Twitter and Instagram. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Pat is at Not Pat Dion. And Robert has a podcast called A Recent Study Suggests. You can hear new episodes of that every Monday with him and Sam. I also have Pass the Gravy Bro. You can check that out. Actually, we're going to do another episode tonight. If you're listening to this, you probably missed it because you're listening on Thursday, I would assume. But after every episode of Celebrity Big Brother, we do that every eviction episode. We'll do it every Wednesday episode. We're going to do that. We only have a week left of Celebrity Big Brother, but it's very bingeable if you'd like to do that. And yeah, if you want to watch us on Facebook, Pass the Gravy Bro on Facebook. After every episode, Emma and I go live and break down that episode that night, and you can chime in and we'll read the comments and interact with you as well. So at Pass the Gravy Bro is where you follow that, at A Recent Study Pod, at Pass the Gravy Pod. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to podcasts. Share us with a friend. And remember, guys, hey, gotta give your girl some butt head. Give your girl some butt head, all right?
Give some butthead, guys.
Give some butt head. And we love you guys. Pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. Fuck.